Now you're listening to wrestling news that matters from people you want to hear it from, deep from within the confines of the internet. Covering WWE like no one else and covering TNA because no one else will. You are listening to the best in the world, Ring Rust Radio!
Brad Maddox.
I got 141 and 2/3 chance of winning.
Episode of Ring Rust Radio, the best goddamn wrestling radio show on Spreaker, on the internet, and the whole goddamn universe. Oh, yeah!
I have an update to something off air.
Oh, okay. Please. Just 'cause we just started the show. I'm your host of the most, Donald Wood, Mike Huey, Brandon Galvin. Please, I asked if Sunny, the former ladies wrestler, was out of jail because I saw her saying that Paul Heyman owed her money or whatever. Go ahead.
Wikipedia, very trusted source, says her tentative release date is December 2039.
2039?
Yeah, so I'm assuming that she's not out.
Does it say anything about conjugals on there?
So, 14 years she's got.
Dude, she probably needs a lot of rations in there.
My assumption is what you saw was just them like regurgitating a very old thing because I've seen Ringside News especially doing that a lot. It's very annoying.
When you got nothing else to say, just bring up
say old shit again. Play our interviews again. We used to do that shit too.
Yeah, do that. What the
we
hell?
have Bret Hart from 2 years ago.
We're sending our shit out to the dirt sheets and they'll put it out there.
Yeah, they really will.
Honestly, it's probably still relevant. It's probably just him bashing Goldberg.
Yeah, dude, he just bashes everything now, man.
Yeah.
He's going crazy.
He's my favorite, dude. He's like, hey, you like that guy? He's fucking working shitty. And it's like, oh, man.
Punches fucking below.
Yeah.
Dude, he fucking owns everybody, dude. I love him. Bitter Bret Hart is the best.
Give a shit
Ring
anymore.
stereo
Funny part.
He's like, you see my black wife? I don't give a single fuck. I fucking love it, dude.
I don't think he said that.
He does. He says it all the time. Brandon Galvin? I always think of the salt and pepper meme
That's
or
a
gif.
great picture.
Whatever it is, them touching him and shit. He's like, oh shit, dude. Brandon Galvin, we have things to talk about.
Yeah, we're going to talk WWE and AEW. We'll review Full Gear. We're going to preview Survivor Series War Games. We have Dirt Sheet Busters and Mike Carvin. That's the lies and rumors around pro wrestling. Tells you why this is fucking stupid. We have WWE Fantasy Standings Update. The final one before Survivor Series. Don, are you excited to hear what your score is?
I probably won't hear it.
Okay, we have fan emails and so much more.
I don't care one little bit, dude. I'm proud of myself for fucking trying really hard. Mike?
That's stupid.
You did not try hard. I mean, maybe you did, and if so, that's pathetic. Guys, find us anywhere you get your podcast. Interact with us on Twitter at @RingRustRadio. Email us, be part of the show, ringrustradio@gmail.com. Buy our merchandise, prowrestlingtees.com/ringrustradio. So many great t-shirt designs, including Catch Your Dick! Also, George Cruz making claims, unsubstantiated claims, that he's working on getting another shirt design up for us.
I literally just paid Daniel Hayden to do designs, so again, I'll throw this out there. D. Hayden Design, Hayden Designs, literally one of the best graphic designers I've ever met in my life.
Business.
And he just happens to fucking like us, which is a great deal. So if you need something designed for anything, like I was making t-shirts up for our cabin because it's 30th anniversary of our cabin, and everybody wants a nice little t-shirt, so we're going to make up nice cool t-shirts. He did an incredible job.
What was your
He's the
design?
man.
What?
He's
What's the design?
one of the only people that has any
Picture of the
talent
cabin.
in our circle.
Him,
A picture
Easy
of a
B.
cabin is what you're doing.
Yeah, well, he made it in this like 3D I'll show you a picture of it. He made it look incredible. I don't know how
Donnie
he does.
falling off a mountain.
Well, I fell off the deck plenty of the times, drunkenly. I thought there's just. I always think there's just an extra foot. It's never there. It's never once been there. Anything else, Mike? Did you tell me anything?
Yeah, support us at patreon.com/ringrusradio. We can hear ad-free episodes, sign for fantasy drafts and brackets, make us watch wrestling-related movies and pay-per-views, and so much more. Also, check out Ring Rust Radio on YouTube. That's still a thing.
Nah, we
Updated
can
clips-
start. Hey,
what's wrong
PJ, we can start cutting that because I'm dead. I quit.
Updated clips of Triple R Gaming. Donnie BG fans of the show, they might be playing different games like
No,
Team
we're not.
Together.
I
Schedule
mean,
one,
listen,
Dead
we're
by
still
Daylight,
playing together. I'll
Headliners,
still play and shit.
Midnight Murder Club each week.
Yeah, well, here's the
Posting
deal.
early access on
I'm
Patreon.com/Ring
not.
Rust
Stop
Radio
talking.
for
It's not
YouTube.
true. None of that's.
Hey,
None
if
of
you're
the,
interested in joining a session,
You
if they
don't.
exist, email ringrusradio@gmail.com.
You should have thought about that before I killed it. That's what I was going to say to that. If you're interested, you should have thought about that before you let it die.
Established 1996 isn't the flex that you think it is.
Why? That's the mid-90s. That's a long time ago, you
Not
old
really.
man. Yo, it is.
If it was like 1896, I'd be okay.
Yo, bro, you are a fucking C-word right now. You are
Yeah.
like a real
Why would anyone want to wear this shirt?
God, yo, I have orders for upwards of 7 different shirts, dude.
Family members?
7.
You should make
Family
it to
members
where
and friends,
you
the
could-
people
you
who love
could
the
color
cat.
it.
What?
'Cause it's all black and white, you could color it.
We don't say that anymore. We gotta move on.
What?
We're gonna put this all in order. From LW to Dark, we about to have a discussion about the one true sport. Who's selling the finish? Does this make sense in the art? Tell me who botched, who rocked, who's cashing in on the marks. These takes are uncut, man, they're pure and they're raw. Blow up like dynamite, have you smacked down on the floor. On a collision course with the number one source. Now let's head back to the ring for the latest report. Ring Rust.
It's time to talk about AEW, man. Wow, Full Gear. Did it change my life?
Wow, mid.
No, honestly, Mike, 3 times I had non-contact orgasms watching this, dude. It's crazy, dude. Non-contact. It's like an ACL injury when you bang and you just see it like nothing happened. It just tore up. I had a non-contact ejaculation 3 times watching this show.
Wow. No
Yeah.
offense.
Insult the doctor
dude.
for sure.
It wasn't even my jeans rubbing, dude. It was just BAM! Finishes. I had
wild.
I had full finishes, not false finishes.
Premature finishes.
Premature finishes, dude. That's an unfortunate fact. Before we talk about WWE and the dumb shit they're doing over there, it seems like AI already took over creative because it's doo-doo butter. Did you read that report? Is that something you've been discussing?
That was old.
Okay, I was gonna say because like
I think we addressed it like a month or more ago.
I really do believe it's happening, and they're chat GPTing the fucking script
No,
every week, and
they're
it
not.
sucks, dude. Yes, I think they are. What do you mean? You
You're
can't
just
just say
buying
no.
into Melt's bullshit, which we discussed like a month ago.
Which is educated guesses.
No, not even educated.
I don't know. He knows people.
Uneducated guessing.
RIP section here. I got one for you, and only one this week. Ralph Mosca. An old
Ralph Macchio?
Well, we're not making fun of the dead, so let's not do that. Ralph Mosca
Karate
was
Kid, Ralph Macchio.
Don't say he died. How are they going to make another spin-off?
True.
Yeah, seriously. Ralph Mosca, I'm looking it up again just to make sure. He's a
Is
doctor.
he related to Angelo Mosca?
He's a doctor from Langhorne Health. That's not the Ralph Mosca I'm looking for. Wrestler. There he is. He's an enhancement wrestler from WWE.
Was he related to Angelo Mosca?
Born in 1970. I don't think so. Look it up. I don't fucking know.
I don't know.
He won the American Combat Wrestling Golden Glory tournament in 2021 or something like that. So there you go.
You're missing a depth there, buddy.
Who's that?
Bob Caudle.
The announcer?
Yes, the announcer, Bob
Okay,
Caudle.
I can't even fake it
95
anymore.
years old.
I was told before air I was trying to make it authentic here, and I can't even do it. I am legit sad. I'm like weirdly sad about this. I've been ignoring you the whole intro and just reading shit. Dude, he started broadcasting in the late 1950s, Mike. 1950s. It was like a different world back then. He said colored like he was you.
Yeah, I did not say that, as you know.
What the fuck?
And we don't
Mid-Atlantic.
know if Bob Caudle said that.
He won. Come on, dude. It's fucking. He was in I was in
he might
Wilmington,
have been
North
progressive.
Carolina in the 1950s. Come on.
He might have been progressive.
Even then, technically that is progressive for the 50s. The alternative was not as nice. Mid-Atlantic Wrestling, 1973. Holy shit, dude. That's 95 years old.
Yep.
Wow.
So when wife was pregnant with Lucy, I decided to go through the WWE Network when it was good. And you could just decide one day to be like, I'm going to watch every Mid-Atlantic Championship Wrestling fucking show that they have on here. And it happened to be like a span of like 9 years of shows.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
He is truly one of the best announcers that I got to hear. There was a lot of really bad ones. You know what I mean? Who's the dude from the Mid-Atlantic? Not Mid-Atlantic, Mid-South. The racist guy, Watts, Jim Watts.
Oh,
right?
Bill Watts.
Bill
yeah.
Watts. He sucked. Bill Watts is one of the worst announcers I've ever heard in my life, dude. Not like Gorilla Monsoon bad, but still pretty bad.
That's the worst of all time, according to Meltz.
But Bob Cottle, I really do mean this. Bob Cottle really was the voice of that time, and some of that wrestling was incredible. Roddy Piper, the Briscoe brothers, so many really cool memories I have of watching all that stuff, and him being like, because he also did the Mean Gene thing. He was the one doing interviews and stuff like that. So he was in the shit of all those really cool moments.
He did literally everything.
Yeah. I think that's wild.
I think that Gordon Soley gets a lot of like the love. Like he came, I think, a little bit after maybe Cottle, but I think that he was kind of more like the utility guy. Like he wasn't only doing like announcing the matches. He, like you said, he was doing the interviews. He was doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
And he lasted a long time.
Holy
in
shit.
Business.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he's super underrated. When you go back and watch the stuff, like he really was, especially NWA. He got to call a lot of the WCCW stuff because the NWA would bring him in to do the calls. Like I said, Gordon Soley and him worked together a ton as well, and he did color as well as play-by-play. So again, super versatile.
He's a Renaissance man.
Yeah, honestly, weirdly enough, he's a super important character in wrestling history and very forgotten, and it's kind of
nobody
sad.
really talks about him.
Yeah, it's kind of sad. He's like the foundation of the Southern wrestling in this country for literally 50 years. So very sad, very very sad. So we will not forget you, Bob Cottle. We will always remember. We'll always burn this candle for you. It's a blunt, and when it runs out, it will not burn any longer.
Right.
But
Nice.
he also did Smoky Mountain Wrestling, which was really great too.
Yeah, for a short period of time.
Yes, that was really fun as well. Nobody gives them credit for that, but it's fine. Smoky Mountain was very fun. Okay, do you want to talk about AEW, right? Obviously, we start with AEW, the most important thing to happen.
WWE.
Full Gear.
That's not what we're doing.
Mike, on a scale of 1 to 10.
Series preview.
No, real quick. We're just going to do Full Gear real quick. Mike, on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the most, 1 being the least, how moved were you watching Full Gear? Honestly, be honest.
It didn't move at all.
I gotta tell you, I think you're lying. Real quick,
lying.
I'm not gonna go through the whole thing because I can't read it anyway. BJ made it the smallest ever, even when I click on it.
Maybe it's Tony's fault for having 1,000 matches on the card.
Take away the pre-show and it's barely a lot.
Barely a
What?
lot.
Pre-show bled into the fucking main show again.
So yeah, but that's how you get them. That's how you get them
It was a
excited.
4.5 hour show for no reason.
That's how you get them excited. Pac defeating Darby Allin.
Solid match.
Pac is very stacked, right? Is this guy the most stacked
why
a
did
man's
he-
ever looked?
Why did
Yeah,
he
he's
do
massive.
that with his look?
I don't know. It's
I
his
think
call.
It should be a heel.
Yeah, he doesn't
Yeah.
want to enjoy his long hair. He wants to look
yeah,
like
I guess so.
he's like, don't check out my
I want to
chest
see those
instead.
muscular
It's like-
legs too, and he's covering those up too.
He
It's
doesn't
like
want
when
to give you
Triple
what
H
you
was
want. dude.
a heel in 2002, and he shaved his beard.
Yeah, that was a
I
bad
don't-
look.
yeah.
That was a bad look.
Mm-hmm.
And he had those weird bikers for a little while, the biker shorts.
Well, that was because he was hurt.
Right,
Yeah.
but I didn't like those either.
I didn't like those either. Yeah.
Unbelievable how we got here. Timeless Love Bombs win.
This match should not have been on the show.
I can't believe this was actually a fucking match.
It was such a
We were
waste of time.
going to determine a stipulation for the
one
fucking
of the matches?
semifinal?
for only one of the matches.
This should have just been for the championship. What the fuck are we doing?
Right.
Listen,
I was floored by this.
Pointless.
I would argue that this was
Absolute
not a
pointless.
decision made wisely. I will tell you the truth. Watching this and barely watching as I do when I'm working, I 100% believe this was for the titles. It wasn't okay.
I don't blame you. If you weren't paying attention,
Yeah.
I don't blame you for thinking
It wasn't until the very end of the match when I saw no titles being handed to Tony Storm that I turned volume up more to be like, what the fuck's going on here?
What if they win?
Okay? I was very curious at that point.
You know what my stipulation would be if I won this match? The stipulation would be if your team name is the Timeless Love Bombs, you advance to the finals.
Oh yeah, I would definitely be like, if your name,
That'd be my fucking stipulation.
if you say, shebang, shebang, first you win, shebang, shebang, woo, we just won the titles, baby. Stipulations are dumb as shit.
I literally think this was just Tony, like, giving in to, like, oh, I'm just gonna have a second women's match on the show so people don't yell at me.
Why didn't we just have the semifinals on this show then?
Yeah.
That would have been better.
What are we doing?
You could have done the 2 semifinals in this amount of time.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to say something here, and it has nothing to do with anyone in particular. But there comes a time when you start to do so much cocaine that the cocaine stops having the normal effects on you, and you start to just turn, like, manic almost, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Just a heads up. FTR, man. They took Brodito's tag team titles. Those dastardly bastards.
All just so they could drop him to fucking Cope and Christian.
That is exactly what's happening. But
really
that does
thought we
not
were
make
gonna
this
get
less
them
of a good match. This was a great match. Fuck you.
I thought Cobra Christian were coming out at the end.
Yeah. I hoped that they would.
No,
Right,
we're
I-
saving that shit. We're saving
I
that
didn't watch
shit,
this live, by the way. I watched it over the course of the next 2 days because it was so fucking long.
I watched it
dude.
live.
How nice, though, Mike.
I was mad and
I mean, it's
furious.
better than watching sitting there for 5 hours.
Mike, I could never.
Yeah.
I could never anymore, dude.
But the reason I do it, I was busy so I couldn't, but the reason I do it usually is because I want to get it over with.
That's fair. That's fair. But I mean, I feel like I could get it over with on Monday in 2.5 hours if I strategize correctly.
I mean, I
Yeah.
went through all
But this is also the same guy-
entrances, which is nice.
My friend was like, let's get Flyers tickets, and he's like, we're gonna get them at this date. I was like, what time's the game start? He's like, 7:30. I was like, oh no, that's too late. He's like, 7:30? I said, is there a 1:00 Sunday game we can go to? And he's like, we're playing the Avalanche. I was like, see you December 7th, pal. Let's go.
There you go.
I'm
I gotta
growing
be
up.
honest.
I cut my hair and I've lost my mind.
Here you go. This was in Newark, New Jersey. And
Which
the
is
show
basically shitty New York. Yes.
oh, easily. But this show went until 12:30
Yes.
in fucking Newark, New Jersey. I can't stress to you how fucking awful that is.
Really
Uh,
dangerous leaving that arena, probably.
Is this
Right.
was this the Prudential Center?
Yes.
Okay, so this is where I saw the Misfits. I drove from Philly to this place, and the show let out probably like 11:15 ish, right? And you know, I parked in a parking lot garage, so I didn't get raped or anything, surprisingly. But I could see how the surrounding area not ideal for that. But I mean, I'm as Tony Khan. You paid money to see a show, and he gave you a show.
Okay, start
Okay.
the show at fucking 7.
He did. He just started
No,
with 4
he
pre-show
didn't.
matches.
Start the pre-show at
start
6.
the main show
Okay.
at 7.
Well, like I said, if it was
Start
up to
at
me,
6.
I would start the show at 3:00, run that
I
bitch
get
to
that.
midnight, baby. You know what I mean? Just let them have what they
No.
want. Come and go. It's a buffet.
It's a buffet.
Ricochet.
Buffet.
You do not give Ricochet the credit he deserves, dude. And he is now your inaugural AEW national champion. So you
What
give
does that
it.
mean?
Casino
You don't
gauntlets suck, man.
I like
I
the
don't- I don't
casino
know-
gauntlets, dude.
I
I
don't know
really
why they're
do.
obsessed with this match type. All it does, I do know why. It's because they can just throw everybody on
Yeah.
the fucking company.
It's
into
the Royal
match.
Rumble.
But it's a waste of time every time. It's 22 fucking minutes for this.
Yeah, I
Like,
do. Yeah, but Ricochet is now
usually not
national
very good.
championship. We consolidated those
National
other
championship. Exactly what we need. Another fucking championship.
Well, no. We
Steal
consolidated
the
those other ones.
design of the NWA national championship.
We consolidated the other one so we can make this one.
No, why'd we do that? We should have been consolidating.
La
more.
I'm not listening. We're listening.
What's the point of this title? Can anybody tell me?
Yeah, he will defend it
To
anywhere
have
in the
another
United States
championship.
at any point. That's a national title.
It's like a 24/7
Kyle
title.
O'Reilly beat John Moxley 2 times in a row now.
Tapped him out. I don't
Woo.
understand. Toughest guy in the business, John Moxley, tapping out nonstop to everybody. What are we
We
doing,
gotta
Donnie?
be happy.
He's 41 now. It's different now.
On Mox soon, right?
Absolutely. Everyone has to
losing
be
every
looking at
match?
Mox of like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
You ruined our credibility.
Pac's gonna kill him.
I think it should be Cesaro.
Well, we just had Pac beat Darby Allin. Pac's going to
Right.
kill Jon Moxley.
I know. I'm saying
Yeah,
to
I
you,
guess it
I
would
think
maybe
it
make
should
sense
be.
for Pac because Pac was out.
He
for
is
so
more of
long,
an
and then he's
outsider. I
coming
know.
back
I
to
agree with
take
that.
control.
I'm saying I want it to be Cesaro. I want him.
He
to
could
get a
beat his
bigger
ass
push.
too, bud. We can let them both beat his ass. I'll
The
take
fucking
both matches,
plastic
please.
bag over his
And
face.
kick out Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta.
No. You still need
Yeah,
guys.
we just
Dave-
want Pac and Cesaro.
Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia have like destroyed any aura of the Death Riders had.
That's not true.
Oh,
I
yeah.
fucking the way
It's
the
absolutely
way
true.
he dances.
I do not-
It is.
I do not know why Tony Khan is obsessed with these guys, other than it might be a fetish of some kind.
Ooh, good for him.
That's the only thing I can think of.
We small men.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What's that word? Say it.
His size.
Fetish.
Fetish. No, you know the word.
That's not the word Donnie wanted.
That's
to
not
I'm
the
not
word I
using
wanna
the
hear.
T word,
Say-
brother.
You say the T word, dude. That's what
No,
you want to
that's
say.
good.
Dude. Mark Briscoe beat Kyle Fletcher.
Yeah. Sure did.
Probably should have happened the last time they fought, but it's fine.
Right.
We're here now.
I don't know why we had to.
That's it. Yeah, by the way, all
like
these
that.
criticisms I had, they're fine. Doesn't make it a bad show. Been a great show so far. Josh
you had to put
Alexander
that in
and the
there,
Young
got it.
Bucks finally
Yikes.
win that $1 million, baby. They
Who
are
the fuck
back
cares?
on top, dude.
Who
Brah,
cares?
brah. I'm sorry to see JP take that L, though. You know what I mean? Need my man back on top. I call
They
him
didn't win the $1
JGP.
million though,
Yeah, I know, but they won the match.
but they don't have $1 million.
Yeah, but I mean, it's the
Do you know why?
Baby boy, the back on top. No,
Did you
Then they
watch that part?
Nah, I probably skipped it. What happened?
They reunited.
They reunited with Kenny Omega. The Elite's back.
Oh,
They saved
yeah,
him from
dude.
getting beat up by the 37 members of the Don Callis family.
Well, listen, Don Callis' family. He offers health benefits. That's more than Tony offers. Holy
Wow.
shit, dude.
So yeah, the Elite's back together for the 30th time.
Hell
we're
yeah!
so
Well, guess
excited.
what? That's like that's their bloodline, except better.
Better.
Yeah, the Elite have been around way longer and way
literally
better.
never
It's
done
essentially
anything compelling,
it's
but
Bullet
yeah,
Club.
better.
Bullet Club is far superior than fucking the Bloodline ever was.
That's very stupid. As you
Yeah,
know.
it's true, and you know it, dude.
Totally
It's
disagree
not
with
true.
that.
Very stupid. Chris Statlander defeated Mercedes Moné.
Alright.
Take
Ma-
that,
That's my match of the
Mercedes.
night. It's my match of the night.
That was a banger. Chris Statlander.
I do really
needs
wonder
love.
though.
More
I
love.
really wonder what you're playing with Mercedes is, because when we last discussed this a couple weeks
Mhm.
ago, we
I
were like,
said it.
you know what would probably make the most sense here is
Mhm.
Mercedes wins, and then they do a rematch where all Mercedes titles are on the line,
Mhm.
and Chris Statlander wins that, and then she can just kind of release all the other titles. Because, again, Mercedes isn't going to fucking Alaska to drop her, Juno Pro Wrestling Championship to somebody.
Does she
She's not
really
gonna
have
go to
that?
all these. I don't know. I'm making up one, but
I honestly
Uh,
would not even doubt. I've lost track of how many she has, and she's
That's like
she's not
13
going to go to
titles.
each of these indies and drop the title. So
Right.
the only story that makes
Got
sense
companies
is
sending
somebody
her
beats her for
belts
all
and
of
shit.
them and then vacates them all. Which,
Mhm.
how are you going to do that now?
Oh well, you just do it against somebody
This is
else.
what I said.
So
This
she
is-
loses them one by one.
With that
No.
said, I'm glad that Chris Taylor is being built up and getting big wins, because we've said for a long time she should be put in that
She's
spot.
good, yeah,
and they
we
were
said
always
that.
reluctant to do it for whatever reason.
We
So
say
that's a
with
good
our
thing.
mouths, she's good at things. And
That's-
you're right. It's good to be right sometimes. And Samoa Joe beat Hangman Adam Page because Tony Khan admits he fucking didn't know what he was doing.
Samoa Joe.
Well, we call this.
I didn't. I disagree with this.
I don't think I said Samoa
Wow.
Joe was going to win.
Yeah. So, no, I didn't see this coming, and I don't like it. I don't like that this is. I don't like that Tony Khan literally was like, I didn't have a plan.
What are you talking
What do we
about?
think it's in a? What do we think? it's an indictment of?
Him letting Samoa Joe win here. It
Why does that
shows
mean
that he
you
never.
have a plan?
Well, listen. Since Adam
Right.
Page won the title, and
Right.
all the things that happened since then, give
Right.
to me the indication that he didn't plan for this, or didn't have a good
What
plan
do you
coming
mean?
out of this, or didn't understand what he was going to do with Adam Page. He did the man no
Oh,
service at all.
absolutely. There was
Adam
no-
Page was
Here's
cutting
discussion.
promos
But
and
that's
shit.
why you had to drop the championship already.
I get it, but that doesn't. It's like the dropping the championship. It was him admitting defeat, and it sucks
you
because
thought-
I like Adam
The
Page a
reign
lot.
sucked.
The what?
And
Here's
Adam
the thing.
Page has
what's
never been a
what's
good
most to
champion.
blame? Is it Hangman Page because he's had 2 failed title reigns? Or is
Yes.
it Tony Khan because both the title reigns were booked very poorly?
I
That's
think it's
part of
more
why
Tony
they were-
Khan. I think it's more
I-
Tony Khan. To be honest, and you know me, I'm a
Here's the thing,
defender.
like, the crowd was so hot for Hangman to win the title,
Yep.
and then he wins it, and then nobody cares. So
Because there's
if
no
it's something where
follow-up.
He's not holding the, but at the same time, he's doing like just random like one-off matches and not building actual rivalries coming out of it. So he's being put in a position to fail too. So it's like, what's the real issue?
He does the same match. He does the same promo.
But hold on,
every
he might just
single
said it.
time.
He did all that stuff is true. You could say all that stuff is true. I disagree with it. But the build up to him winning the championship, he was one of the hottest commodities
I
in the
agree.
fucking
That's why I said,
business.
I'm the one that picked him to win. You guys didn't pick him to win.
I don't give a shit if you picked him when I'm saying what's happening.
I'm saying I agree.
But
But when he won the
fucking agree.
championship, since
Holy
then
shit.
he had a terrible reign.
I think
And he
again,
didn't do
I
himself
think
any favors
when
for
when
it.
when the week
That was
after
the
he
right
won the
time for
hold on,
Buzz.
the week after he won the championship, we came on here and we said it's all about what happens now. Good, you did it. It failed last time because you didn't follow it up with anything.
Right.
He did it again. He didn't follow up with shit. The promo that fucking Paige cuts the night after is like introspective, and it's a great promo. And I'm like, cool. Who are they gonna set up next? And the stuff with Samoa Joe, while good, there was no depth to it. No one got behind it. They like Samoa Joe. You didn't give him someone we could hate. You didn't give him anything, really. I like Adam Page quite a bit, and I like Tony Khan's booking for the most part. But the way that he has
Sorry,
done
the Bills just signed
Adam,
Brandon Cooks. Sorry about that.
the Bills got Cooks?
Yeah.
They got Brandon cooked? Wow, that's
Sure
cool.
did.
Holy shit, dude. No, it's from it's a good pickup, though. It's fucking, they need everybody.
I liked
they
him
can
a lot
get.
5 years
That
ago.
is a good pickup.
5 years ago, yes.
Yeah,
But like
I
I
loved
said,
him
just
5
make
years
a
ago.
possession, it's whatever. Anywho, Tony Khan, in this moment, I think Tony Khan is more to blame than Adam Page. Adam Page was doing his part. You could say it's whatever, but those same matches and those same whatever, BJ, it got people moving before, but there
No, it
ain't
didn't.
nothing for it to move for now. They cared about Swerve because there was something to care about.
They care about the Swerve. Paige was a heel.
I understand, but they cared about it.
Do
And
they
I don't
only
care if he
about
heel or
the
face,
chase,
it's because
and
there
then
was a
when
story.
the chase is over, they don't care anymore?
I mean,
That's
that's
what
that's
happened.
also
I mean,
modern day. But here's the thing.
Historically, yeah.
You have to give him adversity. True adversity. Where was the true adversity? There was none.
Was none.
So disappointing end of the run. But again, I'll love it when he's chasing again. I'll love
But
it
he
when
was
they're like,
screwed
he
over.
fucked up 2 times and now he's
I
never
don't
getting
think
back
he
there
can be
again.
chasing
Screwed over
again.
by Hook.
He can't be chasing again. He's done.
No, he'll chase it. He doesn't have to get it, but he can chase it.
Okay, yeah, but I mean,
Well, no,
I don't know
that's
how you put the title back on him again.
Well, here's maybe you don't do it for a while, but here's the thing, Mike. He is a very
Do it when he's a
important part of this fucking division. When you have a guy like MJF, he should fight the shit. Remember who BJ? I'm gonna say a name. Remember when Naito and Okada? Naito fought Okada 100 fucking times, and he never fucking beat him.
I know.
He never beat him,
Never beat him.
right? But Naito became this like subculture phenomena in the company where his match was as big as Okada's match. And like I said, you could do stuff like that with guys as well. It's just about story and meaning, and I have to care about it, dude.
Now that Swerve is back and Hook screwed over Paige, you're going to get Hook against Paige, try to elevate Hook against someone like Paige who is established, who can go, all right, we're going to have a 25-minute banger of a match.
He's way better
And
than
then
Dom.
Swerve can go against Samoa Joe, and you can even do it, hey, to beat me, next pay-per-view, no championship on the line, we're doing a tag team match. Hangman and Swerve against Samoa Joe and Hook. All right, let's actually propel this storyline forward. We don't need a championship match right now. This is more personal than that. We don't need a championship on the line right now.
It's got to. But here's the thing: it's got to be Swerve beating Samoa Joe for the title in the very
Absolutely.
near future. So you're just going back to what you've already done before. They've done that before.
Sure, but I think everyone wants Swerve to win the
What happened to
And that-
Darby
yeah.
Allin? I thought Darby Allin would be here after
No.
beating Mox.
He's done.
That was
He's
only you thought that.
Then does MJF quote unquote cash in on Swerve when he's back? Because he's
That'd
still
be
got
smart.
that fucking thing.
I mean, that's a nice heel face.
No,
heel
you're not allowed
progression.
to cash in. You have to just announce a
Right,
week before
you gotta announce
have
it.
a championship.
Well, hold on. Don't mock that. We loved it when
You
Dario
gotta
did
steal a
it.
thing from Lucha
That's
Underground.
different. It's different.
It's not different. It's exactly the same.
No, it's
dude.
different.
All right, real quick. Match moment overall grade. Mike.
Favorite match was Chris Statlander against Mercedes for sure.
Remember the gif of you freaking out when Mercedes came in? You just like, the security almost tackled you down.
No,
wild, dude.
I don't think that happened. That was not me.
That wasn't it?
Well,
No,
okay.
it did
I mean,
happen.
no, it happened. I'm not.
it
There's no thinking it happened or not. It happened. You just don't know if it was you who it happened to.
Favorite moment was
If I was a cop, I'd be like, "That's suspicious." It was probably you.
Favorite moment was probably when Big Justice hit the diamond cutter on the pre-show.
Holy shit,
Who
dude!
doesn't remember where they were when Big Justice hit the diamond cutter?
Dude, if I could get just 2 booms, that's all I care about, dude. Just 2 booms. Somebody made me think, the way he said it, it sounded like a junkie asking for, like, crack. He's just like, can you give me a boom, man? There's a little bit of boom, bro.
Y'all got any more than booms?
Man, I'm almost clean of it. No more booms after this one.
For real favorite moment, I guess Samoa Joe winning because I wasn't feeling the Hangman title reign, but I hate the way it did it. Fucking Hook, like, stop trying to make Hook a thing. Hook interfering in the
Hook is awesome, dude. Hook is really
and it wasn't
cool.
even a good swerve either, because, like, Hook was, like, gone and then he came back and, like, I don't think it was ever even established that he was out of the ops anyways. So, like, why are people shocked that he was still part of the ops? So I don't know. I think the whole thing wasn't that well done at all. And Swerve coming back was cool too, but then he's doing fucking power bombs to a bunch of random guys.
That made me. He was doing like submission moves and shit. I was like, just fucking beat somebody up, kick him in the face, punch him in the mouth, and be done with these people.
They're showing you that he's a face now, for sure.
I wanted him to come. He looked so badass coming out. I'm like, Holly, this is a stone cold fucking moment right now. And he's throwing suplexes. I'm like, come on.
Because he's got to show you the face moves. He's got to show you good guy
No,
stuff.
he doesn't. Punch people in the
face. He
face.
also has a worse theme song now for no reason, which is kind of weird.
Well, he's in control of the music. This proves again why Vince McMahon just being in charge of everything. Just, some of it may be bad, but some of it will be good.
I give the show like a 6 out of 10. It was mid. It was very.
That's so fucking pathetic.
It was not newsworthy at all until Samoa Joe won, and then I'm not even. I like Samoa Joe, but I'm not sure that's like this incredible direction for your company at this point.
Very
Samoa Joe wins, though.
Very ignorant, and very stupid, dude. BJ, that's you, turn.
My favorite match was Packers Darby Allin, actually. I enjoyed that. Favorite moment, easily Swerve coming back. Even though, I gotta be honest, I'm a little over Prince Nana fucking dancing and shit.
I thought that sucked from day one, and people, like, glazed it. I don't know why.
Well, no, it's one of those 6-7 type things. It's cool for the moment, then dies as slow and painful.
It's like when Alex Abrahantes was ruining the Lucha Brothers for years.
Yeah, like...
A lot
him just
than that.
Dancing nonstop as Swerve looks like a fucking badass coming back. Like, this was such an awesome moment for Swerve. And I'm like, this looks so corny now. Like, it just, I don't like that part. But Swerve
everything runs its
awesome.
Course. You have to understand the room and read it.
I agree. Like, that's a great point, Donnie. That moment, you didn't need Prince Nana coming out to be the one standing there in the fucking dark. Like, it could have been.
They're still trying to
Swerve.
capitalize on the what is it? Swerve to the left, swerve to the right, you know what I mean?
I get it, but you didn't need it for that moment. Couldn't have it on Dynamite. Like, he just looked... Swerve is one of our favorites. We loved him since Lucha Underground, so it's awesome seeing him back. I just thought it would have been so much more badass if he was by himself coming out. And, again, not doing fucking wrestling. Because when he was standing there and everyone was surrounding him, I was like, on the edge of my seat, I can't wait to see you punch someone in the fucking mouth or super kick. And he did it. And then 2 seconds later, he's doing fucking wrestling moves. I'm like, come on. Like, this is, it's like exactly what you would expect from AEW. If, like, you have such a great fucking moment, and then you have to do something stupid.
Stone Cold came in and would whip everybody's ass.
Exactly. Stone Cold's not sitting there trying to do a fucking power bomb on, like, lifting this guy up on
because his knees couldn't handle it, but if he could have, he would have. Remember that.
No, he wouldn't.
Remember that.
He wouldn't have. It's not a fucking match.
All right. Did you give your grade?
6 out of 10.
It's very stupid, ignorant. My match of the night was Kyle O'Reilly and Jon Moxley. I love their MMA infusion into their stuff. I love the realism that comes with Kyle O'Reilly. We've always loved Kyle O'Reilly. So that's my match of the night. My moment of the night is the reuniting with the Elite. Incredible moment.
Oh my god.
Incredible moment that you just found out happened 5 minutes ago.
I saw it. It just didn't register. Now it makes sense. Now it does make sense, actually. Weirdly enough, and now it does. And if I had to give it a grade, I'll say this: Boom and Doom Super underrated. Great to see Bang Bang Gang back. You love Juice Robinson. And really underrated part of this, Eddie Kingston coming back from all those surgeries, all that time off to be on the pre-show. Just glad to see it's a 1-minute match.
Dude,
there.
that made me so mad.
But yeah, like, I gotta tell you, I'm gonna give it a legitimate, 8 out of 10. Because I was audibly frustrated for the first time in a while with an AEW show because they made me think Toni Storm won a championship and she didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I was shoot pissed off for a second there. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Like,
Dude, I wish she won. I got a bet going with George. I
stopped work and stopped what was happening around me to find the fuck out why did they win a match that was for nothing? It's crazy. It was crazy.
You want to hear the bet I got with George, Donnie?
Sure, I'd love to hear.
So if Tony and Nina win the tag team titles, I get an action doll from him. And this was before
size,
they were
like
announced.
full human size action doll, or like your kind of action doll?
Normal.
Okay.
If George gets an action doll from me, if TJ wins the championship, they got bounced in the fucking first round. He was crying all night.
What is wrong with him?
He was just obsessed.
The fuck is wrong, George? This is just like, the fuck is wrong with you, pal?
TJ is not winning the
I
tournament.
get it. Like, I get it. You like her a lot. I remember your little letter that you wrote her and stuff, and it's never gonna happen. But the truth is, pal, the fuck you talking about with this kind of bet? He just wants to send you a doll. That's what it is.
I think that's what it is.
He finds a cute little way to send you a doll, and I appreciate it. Good.
I was watching this, and I literally texted Mike and George. I was like, what is this fucking stipulation? Why are we doing this?
Mm-hmm.
It makes no sense.
So you could see if it was like almost muted and you weren't quite paying attention to the things that they were saying before the match, right? And you kind of make you fast forward.
This is for the championship.
Oh, it was for the champ. They kept showing titles. They kept showing a graphic of titles. I was like, obviously this, bro. Hold on a minute.
I was like, oh, they switched it up. They said no more tournament. We're gonna have a fatal 4-way. Okay.
I'm not joking. Sometimes a finish of a match will get me off my seat and be like, oh shit, I gotta turn volume on. I gotta rewatch this now. It's really important, right? A finish, right? Like Samoa Joe and Adam Page. Whoa, oh shit, right? Like I was like, okay, I'll take notice of that. I was so taken aback by the women's tag team match, I literally had to reshuffle myself. It threw me the fuck off. I was like, it was a dusty finish. I got dusty finish. I was like, they won the titles, Mike. They won it. No, they're not winning. They're not giving it to them. Oh shit, right? I was pissed. I was legit pissed. So, that happened. So let's talk about Survivor Series. That's apparently happening this weekend?
Yeah, Saturday.
It's Saturday. Oh my god. I don't think I'm going to be watching live, guys.
I can't believe it.
I don't think I'm going to be able to watch it live. I think I have literally anything better to do.
A nice 7 o'clock airtime. We'll probably get done by 10, maybe 10:30 at the most.
Be
Fucking
doing
great.
I got the Flyers. I'll be listening to the Flyers game on the radio.
Yeah.
You can listen to the Flyers watch Survivor Series and then be confused why somebody didn't win a championship.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds too real and it's too soon, dude. That's wild to hear like that. Like you're making fun of me. And then I got the Eagles on Friday. The fuck are we doing here, dude? It's crazy in the NFL now. Okay, let's talk about Survivor Series. We'll do a full preview. Get your D'Lo Brown heads out. Pop your sternums. Pop, pop, pop. Roll them. Roll your shoulders. Roll your shoulders, dude. Oh, now you're looking good. So let's see what you got and how's it shake out. We're going to do, why is this so small? Okay, now it's bigger. Whoa. What was that doing?
Looking something at your dick?
No, it's bigger.
That's bigger.
He remembered the Elite got back together.
I clicked in the fourth wall in our rundown. It's a little tiny picture of match card, and then you click it and it goes full fucking screen.
Yeah,
and it's it's the smallest ever, and now it's like my grandfather's phone.
It's anytime there's a sporting event and it goes viral where some guy's texting some just disgusting fucking shit with the biggest text ever.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. That's what I'm talking about. I hope I'm old and texting dirty shit. That means I lived a good life. That's in my opinion. CM Punk, Cody Rhodes, the Usos, that's Jay and Jimmy, for those who don't know.
Oh.
And Romeo Reigns against the Visions, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Logan Paul, Drew McIntyre, and Brock The slipping on the wet spot. That's why they have the little guy on the NBA with the broom. Lesnar. My
That was
favorite.
so good.
My favorite part is when they're coming back and they show Drew McIntyre go over and like check the spot, and he doesn't even look at Brock. He just double checks the spot.
It reminds me of Muppet Family Christmas, one of my favorite freaking like Christmas specials, where they all slip on the little iced tea patch in the doorway when they go to Fozzie's mom's house.
I don't remember that. But real quick, this is gonna sound really weird. What's the Otter movie again?
Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, brother.
Emmett Otter.
An absolute classic.
Jug Band. Last year we talked about it. I wanted
got
to watch
clowned so hard for it, and then the only person who understood it was fucking Jim Del Chapo because he's 90 years old.
I was gonna say he was like 21 when it came out.
He vouched for it, and then you were like, "All right, I'll give it a try."
Close my door. Oh, Mullen, my studio, they're just hanging out, dude.
Mom, Meatloaf.
What was his name? The dude who died.
Don Clayton. Don Clayton.
Don Clayton. Those are good times. Okay, so Mike, who you got? How's it shake out?
Stacked fucking match.
Yeah.
I would rather John Cena have been in than Cody Rhodes, but beggars can't be choosers. Still a lot of good talent in this match. I don't think the babyface team gains much from winning here.
Mm-hmm.
Because you already got Punk with the world title, you got Cody with the WWE Championship. I think the Visions team has to win.
Mm-hmm.
Because you've got McIntyre chasing the WWE Championship with Cody. You've got like Braun and Bronson kind of chasing the world title with Punk. Brock, he's only had one match since he came back. So feels to me like the heel team gains a lot more. I think that there's some kind of a breakdown between Roman, Punk, and Cody. That segment on Raw was great to open the show. Just all kind of, Cody and Punk both trying to say it's their team, and then Reigns kind of egging them on and creating an issue between them even further. And then the best part of it was the end of it where Roman's like, "Oh, I'm coming for your title," and then he's walking away like, "Were you talking to me or are you talking to me?" He's like, "You're gonna have to find that out for yourself." So I think there's definitely an issue between those guys, and the heel team capitalizes on that and ends up winning the match because of it.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to say some convoluted bullshit here, but
No.
I guess I could just save it by just saying, yeah, that one.
Is it going to be in an article?
No, I'm off this week. It's holiday week. I took the week off.
I do agree with Mike about all things you said. Recall last year, CM Punk saved Roman Reigns from Tsunami.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the role is going to be a bit reversed, and Roman doesn't save Punk. Not like it's exactly on purpose, but enough to where you're like, did you do it on purpose? That type of thing. Because I think they still, because I think they still like, I think they very much like that Roman Reigns is a face. I don't think you need to turn him heel. I think even if you had like, for example, Roman Reigns or CM Punk, and they're both baby faces, then it's perfectly fine in today's WWE.
We just make Roman like DTA guy.
I think that's what he is at this point, and I think that's what he's always going to be. I don't think he's ever going to be a full-on heel again because he's so over and popular.
He's so over.
It's
and
the
so
teeth, man. They really bring it all together.
Those are some nice chompers.
Well, it just brings it all together. The hair, the teeth, the face, the body.
Great.
You know what I mean? Like, if he had those jagged-ass fucking Janko Leonard
he had a
teeth
shooting sleeve on last week, but he didn't have it on anymore this week. Shoot.
So, yeah, I think there's something like that happens to where you start to set up. It could even be Cody Rhodes where it happens, or either one where you start setting up that, okay, Roman is definitely going after the championship. It'll probably be at WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I would assume so. All right, Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair, and AJ Lee against Nia Jax, Lash Legend, the Kabuki Warriors, and Becky Lynch. I like Becky Lynch when she talks. I think
that promo was awesome.
I will say this to you from the bottom of my heart. Becky Lynch is the best of the four horsewomen, and I don't think it's close.
I always was very clear about saying how she was so much better as a heel. You called me slurs and all kinds of things.
I don't doubt that, but not in this context. I like her in both formats. Everybody's more boring as a face. It's just fact.
When she was a man, it was good.
Yeah.
But even then, she was more stone cold than she was John Cena.
Right, and then she won a championship, and then they fucked it up.
Exactly.
But this Donald Trump character she has is incredible.
Hilarious. Has some shitty nickname for everybody she dislikes.
Yeah, it's so funny.
We didn't talk about it yet, but she drops the fucking IC title to Maxine Dupree, which is
I was there.
pretty shocking.
Wait, you went to a show and you haven't told us 9 times about it?
He told me about it.
I told Mike about it. I don't really like talking to you anymore.
Dude, I gotta tell you, thank you for that. Thank you. Tell him on the side. That's fine. I don't need to hear about you fucking tell me. I was at MSG. My brother got me tickets. I went to this house show. I kind of see smiles. I had a good time.
You know
Anyway,
very well.
Anyway, that was a fun moment and a good way to continue the AJ and Becky feud, and I like how they kind of inserted them into this match. Another stacked War Games match. I like Lash Legend being this. I hope she gets just like a lot of run and just kind of
I like
wreck
her.
shop.
I definitely think her and
She's
Nia are
awesome.
going to do some serious damage.
A lot of respect.
Yeah, I agree.
A lot
that
of
should
respect.
be fucking awesome. The babyface team might be like the most star-studded women's War Games team there's ever been. I love the dynamic with Alexa and Charlotte and with Rhea and Io. I think this is kind of the opposite of the other match, though. I think that, the babyfaces, I think they do gain more from winning this match. Like, you have so many of your top stars. So I think they win. I think it's pretty straightforward. Becky doesn't have the IC title anymore, but I kind of feel like she's going to win it back in short order. And then, AJ being on the winning team here, you can kind of build to them having a title match in the near future, I would say.
Yeah. Like I said, I actually think that what you're going to get is you're going to get Becky Lynch beating AJ Lee in some sneaky way. Steals it. And yeah.
Oh,
Just-
you just said you agree with Mike, so I'm confused now.
No, like
He doesn't
I
know.
was saying like I see what he was saying.
Remember what he was saying about Coke earlier?
Yeah. No, I don't. Dude, my
You should
body.
try it.
Yeah, have you seen me? I am not a cocaine. I don't do cocaine. My heart couldn't handle it. And my fat body would not be here if that was the case,
Cocaine.
man.
Oh, you should definitely do it then.
No, I fucked up. My heart will die. Oh, you're trying to kill me. Oh. I just got a little.
R.I.P. Donnie?
R.I.P. Hopefully soon. At this rate.
You could do a segment.
He would not even. You'd be like, and we're gone. He's dead. Fuck him. Boom, and we're on.
We can't upload the podcast anymore. Sorry, people. Don't know how to do it.
Yeah, somebody would find a way. You guys
I-
be like, fuck, we got to make our $8.
Actually, disagree with you, Mike. I feel like the heels need it more, but I don't think they're going to win. So I do agree that the faces win, but
the worst have the titles.
I know, but like Nia and Lash Legend aren't really established like that, especially Lash Legend, of course, coming from NXT. And like you said, the women's team is so star-studded that I don't think they need as much as the heels, but I definitely think the women win. The faces win.
I was going to say, you said like 3 things.
Women.
Whatever. Fucking 2 times. The heels win, I just said. Becky Lynch usually got that. John Cena and the Hook of WWE, Dominic Mysterio.
Better than Hook always has been. I've always been right about that.
No.
Dominic's been great.
Do we think Cena wins here?
No.
I do.
I think he wins here, and I think the last match standing is for the IC title.
Oh,
agree.
interesting.
Um,
Very interesting.
Can't
So how
believe
do
you
see
think
it
of that.
playing
That's
out
kind of
then?
sad for you,
Does he just
Bozo.
win clean?
Yes, it's fucking
yeah,
Dominic
because
Mysterio.
here's the thing. I don't think
Cool Jets.
Cena's gonna lose his last 2 matches. I
know,
don't think
man,
you
he
want to
might
have
put
him.
over Dom.
I don't think you
Like,
want to
he was-
have him going into his last match coming off a loss.
Dom, hold on. Let me say something real quick.
Personally.
Dom is a good. Listen, Dom, for what Dom is,
He's been so good.
all jokes aside, Dom is not a genuinely serious character, though, right?
No,
He's a
not at
heat
all.
magnet, right? So him
Yeah.
losing to see, he's the kind of guy
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
that takes the loss. It doesn't matter. He gets the rub from Cena, and he gets to do a memorable bit with him, right?
That's fair.
And that's really all he needs. And then Cena goes out on his back to whoever wins this tournament.
I actually don't think
Gunther,
it's a
right?
complete clean win. I mean, to a point. I think that Judgment Day gets involved, and then
Yes.
Ray helps Cena, and you get the Ray. Because, weeks and weeks ago, we were talking about Survivor Series, and we're like, oh, what could it be happening? And then we had, like, an epiphany, like, oh, it's in San Diego, maybe Ray versus Dom.
I read about that
Mm-hmm.
actually on Bleacher Report.
They're not doing that, but you can still get
Yeah.
the Ray Dom moment here, which I think is definitely going to happen because, Ray
Mm-hmm.
helped Cena on Raw, and they faced Judgment Day in the 6-man. So I think Cena wins with help from Ray. And Dom, it's gonna be interesting what his reaction's like because it's his hometown, so he might get big time babyface, but then he's facing Cena, who's also gonna get big time babyface. So I am looking forward to this match. It should be fun. But yeah, I think Cena wins because I just don't see him going into his last match on a losing note. And then I think we have to assume at this point Gunther's gonna win the tournament to face him, and then maybe Gunther. You have a good story to tell with the IC title because Gunther's the longest rating IC champion of all time. So I think it makes more sense for Cena to have the title going into that.
Yeah, and Gunther wins the bracket. Gunther wins the title. Boom.
Mhm.
John Cena goes away. Gunther says, I've retired John Cena. And he has the
Goldberg.
championship.
And Goldberg.
Yeah, so look, he could be the legend killer again.
See, Mike, I agree with you about everything about how it unfolds, but I think the Judgment Day do help Dom win. Ray comes out, the baby faces stand tall to get that pop, but and John Cena goes out on a loss, but he was screwed over. So it's not exactly like he lost because he was screwed over. I think you just had the title change to give Cena in his hometown a big moment. He becomes a Grand Slam champion. Never got that opportunity. So now you have that. You got a little program with Dom. He gets the rub coming out of it.
A lot of pity on this fucking tour. A lot of pity fucking shit happened. Like he didn't earn it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it's like they handed Tom. Like it's like if Tom Brady came back with the Raiders next year, obviously, and they're just like, here's a championship. Thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming back.
Exactly. And so, to me, like, the tournament is to be able to face John Cena and retire him, which Gunther would do. I don't think you need to be where he also wins the IC championship. And I think Dom is deserving of being the IC champion. I think he's had an entertaining run also.
That's great.
I just feel like the tournament itself is just facing John Cena. I think that's a championship in itself. And you don't need
now you can have the championship and that. So
I do agree that you don't need it, but I think just if Gunther is the winner, I do think it adds to it, which is why I think they're
it
going
also
to
gives Gunther something coming out of it too, which is the problem. Beating John Cena
but I think
and then
coming out of
what?
it, probably going against CM Punk, like at the Royal Rumble.
I
for
don't
the
think he beats
championship,
him.
or being in the Rumble.
I don't think he beats him.
I think Gunther is past the IC championship at this point.
That's fair. I also agree with that.
And Punk beat Gunther at SummerSlam, and Gunther has not gone after him yet because he's in the tournament. He came back for this tournament so far, so I think you had him.
I do want him to kill CM Punk. Retire. Maybe he can retire CM Punk in his weak ass knees.
He retires Cena in the same year, and then he goes on and wins or faces CM Punk for the championship at the Royal Rumble, or he's in the Royal Rumble and maybe he wins it.
All right, enough of this. We got to talk about the main event.
Wait, real quick though. The main event is the segment that Dom had on Raw, where he brought out Mini John Cena.
Oh, see, Dave Meltzer is very unhappy with this.
Yeah,
and that is some Vince McMahon.
That's exactly what I thought.
Dude, you love WLC.
Hey, I didn't say it was bad. I'm saying this is some Vince McMahon booking.
That was my
right
initial
They play
thought.
the music so fans think that it's a surprise scene.
That's literally Vince McMahon. He did it with The Miz when he made him dress like The Rock.
They did it with Bret Hart after he left for WCW.
Dude, this is again. I don't know why I'm being yelled at. It is a Vince McMahon move.
Mini John Cena cut a great promo. The crowd was so into it, and then they had Mini Stu, the cameraman, on his little box so he could get on camera. It was amazing. And then Dominic kicked the fuck out of him.
Well, I thought
that was an entertaining segment, but
hilarious segment.
Yeah. So there you go.
Evidently, people are crying like Dave Meltzer.
Stephanie Vaquer against Nikki Bella in my main event.
Bitch.
I main event.
So for whatever reason, since the
fucking slut.
real quick,
That's
before we
what
yell
he
that
says.
again, since the rise of Total Divas, right, which breathed Total Bellas, right? So
of course.
I've been on a press list for all kinds of stuff for years, right? And I block a lot of it, but I always find wrestling stuff. I let it go through. And for whatever reason, I'm on the press junket for Bree and Nikki's podcast. So I get all the tidbits of their podcast, and every single time it comes through, they send a short snippet transcription. I read it 100% of the time because, without fail, it's some of the most, I'm going to just say R-worded things I've ever heard in my life. I've ever heard
saying that word.
in my life, dude. I didn't say it. I skirted it. But just, it truly is. It is wild. And Nikki Bella is like, oh man, I didn't realize how fast these girls were and how strong they were. And I'm so excited to fight Stephanie Vaquer. And she's really, I'm going to show her how we do it in my generation and shit like that. And then in the same breath, she's like, yeah, my legs don't quite work like they did before. And I'm just like, what, dude? So this is going to be a fucking banger, dude. And the fact that Nikki Bella's getting this spot is fucking wild to me. Is she that big of a star? She can't be, right?
Nikki?
Yeah, this is wild. I hate this.
I don't think she's. I mean, in terms of women's wrestling, I guess she's.
No.
She has some crossover.
I don't understand why
Yeah,
she's being featured so prominently like this.
Well,
I honestly don't have a problem with it
Famer.
though, and I'm not a Nikki fan, but you brought her in and you did this little angle with her like helping Stephanie, and then she turns on her. It's just a win for Stephanie against a name brand opponent.
I think it's fine.
She's awful in every
And you
form of
have
fashion. So I'm
most
over
of
it.
your division of relevancy is in the War Games.
Right. So I have no problem with this. It's you know, it could be a one-off.
Yeah,
Let's do. Here's why I'm excited for this. Is the match I'm most excited for, and it's because
this
of
one?
Yes, this one. Truly because of the chaos
Not
that
the
could
War
come
Games
of this.
match.
No.
Her match with Becky was not.
It was terrible.
She's not great in the ring.
It was terrible.
But
She's terrible.
I don't think she's terrible. I don't think she was terrible before she retired, but that match.
I can't speak to that, but
obviously.
since she's been back, it's been dog do. Like, it's not good. And honestly, when she fucks up in the ring, it's
I like
fun
the
to
heel
watch. Oh, you like the heel
heel
turn?
turn?
Slap, bitch!
It
You
was
know
like
who
you could see it
I
coming
am?
from a mile away, but it was still.
Yeah.
You know, I
Yeah.
get it.
I'm
I
not,
like the
you
heel
know,
turn.
she's, you know,
I
I
like her coming out and attacking Stephanie from behind
Yeah.
on Raw.
if you
So
read
we
her
see-
lips,
And then
she's literally sitting there
Stephanie
saying,
cut a
"I'm
good
not."
fiery promo about
Yeah,
it. Which
so
kind of,
I think
I
it's
think
fine.
it's fine.
Nikki's like, I'm Latin. It's like, okay, we get it, dude. We get it.
Yet she can't pronounce any shit. It's crazy.
See, I'm Latin. You're like, all right, dude, relax, dude. I believe it. Holy shit. Yeah, I can't wait for this. This is my most anticipated match right there. 100% too. You know me. I'm here for the chaos.
Men's War Games.
It reminds me back in the day of like when
Yep.
we first started the podcast.
Both War Games, but yeah.
When we
Yeah.
could complain about the content, the quality of wrestling. Like, all the matches are going to be bangers. It's going to be fun shit, right? But back in the day when we first started this, 2013, we're like, oh my God, why are these two people
It's gonna
fighting?
be Adam Rose versus Camacho.
Yeah, Great Khali against fucking, like, so you're like, what are we doing here, dude? I need more.
It has come a long way, I'll say that.
It's honestly incredible. This Nikki Bella being against Stephanie McCourt just shows, like, the vast difference in quality. You know what I mean? Like, Stephanie McCourt for today, that's the bar we're setting is, like, in terms of in-ring quality. And that's pretty damn good. And then Nikki Bella was, like, the standard for her time. And maybe she was, like, top end of that time in a weird way, right? You can say what you want, but in terms of a lot of the talent they had, she was, like, it's her and Alicia Fox right there, you know what I mean?
No, it wasn't.
But I'm just saying, it's like, it's so crazy to see the fucking difference in just a few years, because they sucked, and they're really good now. Girls, man, look at them growing
I'm
up.
gonna give Nikki this. She was better than Alicia Fox.
Yeah, I said that. I
Yes.
said that's the bar. It's a 1A, 1B, 1A, 1B.
And she was better than Brie.
Yes.
Dude, but if I don't hear Brie, man, one more time in my
Maybe
life.
Brie Mo comes out to help Nikki
No.
win the title.
Please, dude. For the love of
understand
God.
the point.
D-Bry's like, I don't care. Dude, I don't care. Give a shit. Last time is now tournament.
We just spoke about it.
Penta's hurt. I wanted to mention that.
Gunther over Jay Uso, I think. You guys think?
Yeah.
Or you think Gunther over LA Knight
Oh.
in the final?
It doesn't matter. Gunther.
I agree with Donnie. It just doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, but I think because of Jay and
I agree.
Gunther's history, they're gonna go with Jay and Gunther.
Yeah.
Maybe they do LA Knight.
I would
I mean-
like it to be LA Knight.
Yeah, give him a
No,
little
they
bit
don't,
of
they don't-
a
I'm sorry they don't
push.
push him. I'm sorry they don't
Push
push
him.
him properly. I'm sorry that's not in the cards to push him. I'm sorry. NXT
It's so
Deadline. Holy shit, all I see is TBA, except for Ricky Saints and Obafemi.
Well, John Cena's gonna choose who's in the Iron Survivor Challenge matches.
What's an
Right,
Iron
right.
Survivor Challenge match? Stop! I don't care.
What do you mean? They've had two of them. Or three
I
of
It's
them.
a
don't
very
care.
fun match that determines number one contender for the titles.
So it's
Yeah.
like a worse Casino Gauntlet.
No, it's
so
actually
much
way better. It's actually creative.
It's like a worse Casino Gauntlet. Got it.
You get
No,
pinned,
they-
you
they-
go on the
Uh,
penalty
do
box,
not
man.
care.
Penalty box, brother.
Obafemi is heading to the main roster, so he's taking that L.
I gotta be honest,
Yeah.
guys. I am furious that he's in this match, that he wasn't in
Yeah.
a tournament. It really pisses me off.
I
just
will
don't
say
think
this.
That,
No, real
and we
quick,
talked
Mike,
about
Mike.
this when he lost. I was like,
Right.
don't bring him back and then have him like lose again. Like there's no point to it.
But
But they are
exactly
going
what's
to do
gonna
that,
happen.
I think.
Real quick.
Makes no sense.
One of the things, when Triple H took over creative after Vince McMahon was unjustifiably ousted, right?
Oh. Okay.
All right,
One of the
that's one way
things
to look at it.
that I said it nicely, so do you have to listen and respect it? One of the things that I hope for many changes, right? And Triple H was supposed to be this bastion of change we're so excited for, right? One of the things that has killed my heart the hardest since Triple H took over is the lack of connection between NXT and the main roster still.
I agree.
Maybe
Makes no
it's
sense.
better than it was, but it's still god awful, and the follow through with people like Carmelo Hayes has been like criminal.
Yeah.
The thing I hate
I
is not when you're calling somebody up. There should instantly be significant plans.
Yeah, you should
And
have
you should be
one
following through
writer,
on those
one writer who's just like, you're now with Carmelo Hayes. We don't let him fail.
Sometimes they seem like they have a plan, but like Carmelo Hayes is a perfect example. They did not.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, like they
I
didn't
think
have
Carmelo Hayes may be
long
their
term.
biggest fuck up, and I really do hope he dips and goes to AEW and fucking becomes.
No,
a
I
star
don't hope
of
he
that.
dips. I hope they just figure it out.
No.
And do
Right.
the right
They
thing.
lost that privilege now. They lost the
They did
Hayes.
not lose the privilege.
It really is just absolute bullshit.
Yep.
What happened with him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the guy in NXT, clearly the best one, and got called up as what was it, like a first round pick? He went up against
first round pick
Cody
in SmackDown.
on the draft in that SmackDown, and then nothing.
We
Well,
should have
that's-
known then.
That
We
makes it
should have
clear
known
that
then.
they originally intended to make him a big thing, and
I
then
don't
they just
think
were
so.
like, nah.
I think they just did it to have a surprise factor, typical Vince move.
Yeah, but no, they wouldn't do a first round pick if they weren't like originally thinking like we're gonna do something big with this guy, but then they were just like, no, we're not gonna.
Well, they didn't do it, so
I know they.
Poo poo poo.
they
So
didn't
we
come
got
close to doing it.
Patreon poll results.
A lot of them.
I'm dancing on this poll looking for
That's a
these
lot of
results.
So, for those that don't know, the first of every month, we put a poll, patreon.com/ringrustradio. Anyone that supports us can vote and leave a comment. This month's poll, courtesy of Mike Chiari, which is the best team in WWE Survivor Series history?
Oh, that's a good one.
Stupid.
Any guesses?
I think it should be Team WWF from Team WWF versus the Alliance.
I'm gonna say that one tag team match from like '88 that had like
With the 10 teams.
10 teams, 5
Gotcha.
teams versus 5 teams. I'm gonna say that match.
Well, you're wrong.
Really? Thank you so much.
Yep.
You're gonna tell me the fucking answer? Holy shit.
Yep. We have a 3-way tie for first place.
Okay.
Wow.
Primarily because
1,000 votes apiece.
the Ring Rust Radio account did not vote, and 3 people voted, and they all picked 1 each.
Yo, can I just
I
ask
said
you?
1,000 apiece, not one.
No.
I mean, yeah, he was just extrapolating. Real quick, BJ, can I take you aside for a second, real quick? Just grab your elbow,
No, I like
walk
to be
over here,
honest
real quick.
with our listeners.
Let's
They need
go.
to
Just
shut the
BJ,
fuck
just
up.
over here. Stand over here on
No,
the side.
fuck
Real quick.
you.
We'll be right back,
I
everybody.
didn't do this
Hey,
on
buddy.
purpose.
Hey, buddy. Just give me percentages or something. You know what I
Nope.
mean?
I
Just
am
say
calling
33,
this shit out.
33, 33. Because those numbers are a lot more than 1, 1, 1. Okay?
No, I am calling
That's
you
3
out
people.
on
No,
purpose.
I don't like it. Stop it.
Step the
People
fuck
are
up,
never going to
listeners.
step up. They don't. This is
Step up.
Who
Wikipedia.
tied for the win with 33.3 repeating?
Team SmackDown from 2016. That was with AJ Styles, Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose, Randy Orton, and Shane McMahon.
Okay.
Team WWF, so Mike was correct.
Yes.
And the Hulkamaniacs from 1989, Hulk Hogan, Jake Roberts,
Demolition.
and Demolition.
Oh yeah. All right.
That was Mike's vote.
I'm not allowed on there,
Yeah.
as you know.
No, you signed up. You backdoored it. I know you.
Now, we had a couple of top 10 lists that we did. One of them was who has the best top 10 list for the best WWE Survivor Series teams ever.
What happened to the Thanksgiving dinner party?
Synergy.
Calm down. We're saving that the best for last, Tommy.
That's
So-
that's a subjective statement.
No. It's objective. You guys want to take a guess who has the best top 10 list for the best WWE?
Me for
I'm gonna
both,
say
motherfucker.
BG or
Me.
whoever the Ring Rust account voted for.
Yes. I came first, then Donnie.
Okay. Ring
Mike, you had 0 votes.
So what? You got 0 votes, Mike. Can you out of 1,000 of votes, you got
Vote.
0 votes, dude.
Who has the
Give
best
me an
top
account
10?
on there. Give me an account on there.
Who has the best top 10 list for the best WWE Survivor Series pay-per-view moments?
I'll send it to my family and just
Probably
get us a bunch of
BG or
votes.
whoever
for me.
voted the Ring Rust account voted for.
That's correct, Donnie came in second. Mike has 0 votes.
Okay.
So it's just the same. It's the Ring Rust account, BG, and Rusty Reynolds.
No, this had less votes.
This had less votes?
Had less votes than 5.
Are you just? Can we just open the voting to anybody who gets on the site? You make it if you pay $1,
Well,
you
they're
can
not going
vote.
to go on the
That's
site
what it
otherwise.
is. If you support us, you can vote.
We should just make it free, and then we can send it to social media, where they will
Sure.
definitely not attack.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Which Thanksgiving dinner party do you want to attend?
Now we're
this
talking.
This is the
Now we're
granddaddy
fucking
of all the polls for this year.
So, by the way, great idea. I just want to say, great idea. When I read this, it was like, wow, great idea.
This was insane.
I like how it was your idea, and you were so obsessed with me that you turned it into just like picking me and things you thought I hated.
Well, listen, I will tell the truth real quick about that. I thought many ways I was going to pick people from the 90s. I was going to pick like Monica Lewinsky and Bill Clinton, Trent Green, right? I was just going to take people that like fun things of the Ring Rust Radio past. I was going to take the worst interviews we did was things I was going to take. Like, who's the dude from Lucha that we hated? He's a jerk off.
Matt Striker.
Matt Striker, that's his name. Yeah, I
That's
blocked
different.
him out of my fucking memory. But no, I decided on making your Thanksgiving the worst it could possibly be. And I think I did a good job at that.
I think Donnie
By the
wins
way-
because of his lame ass gimmick.
Okay, there was a comment on who has the best top 10 list for the best Survivor Series teams ever. Corey Linke says, once again, BG dominates. He should win so handily that he doesn't need the show vote, but he should take it anyway.
And he did.
He always
Sure
does.
did.
And he did take that show vote.
All right.
He did it here too, watch.
Mike is correct, as usual. Donnie won.
Woo!
This is dumb fucking gimmick.
Let's
40%. I came in second. Then tied for third is Mike, Colin, and Mongo.
With 0
Yes.
votes.
No, not really.
No. We did have people with 0 votes. Nathan Tonawano says, without having listened to it yet, I can only assume everyone hated on Donnie for trying to recreate the AEW writer's room with some of his picks.
Yeah, his pick sucked. Hated it.
Scott Davidson says, as a huge darts fan, I can't believe I got a Luke Littler reference on Triple R. That said, Mongo's last pick deserves my vote over BG's list.
Who's the last pick? His dad?
His dad, I said to
Yeah.
myself, I couldn't draft Cinnamon, so it's fucked up.
Not a person.
Jim Del Chapo says, this isn't even close. BJ in the landslide, he has it all. Legit, not one bad selection here. And Jada the Cook, smart man. Only questionable pick would be De Niro because he's turned into a political loon. But around this group, he'd be waxing poetic and back to his old fun self. Landing Denzel in the last round is almost criminal. I'll give Dante credit for putting together an interesting list. While
He had Hitler and Jesus, dude.
While I'd hate to attend his dinner, I'd probably watch the replay.
Honestly,
That's a good
I went
comment.
back and looked at Dante's list, and it's one of the
wild.
It's one of the wildest runs of things
It's
I've
eye
ever.
opening.
Yeah. It is fucking crazy. And can I tell you something?
Insane.
I would watch it live. I'd actually make time to watch all Hitler back and with Jesus.
Oh, God.
You would watch that on pay-per-view, right?
I wouldn't pay for it. I'd pirately watch it.
Jesus coming back is like literally not even enough to be like, $60 is a lot. Is he going to pay the bill? Is he going to foot the bill? Is Jesus going to foot the bill?
For real.
Sign up to Patreon.com.
Because I know Hitler's not going to.
Patreon.com/RingRustRadio to hear the ad-free version of our podcast. Get early access to our Best Royal Rumble surprise entrance and Best Royal Rumble moment top 10 lists. Most importantly, you can sign up for our final bracket of the year, taking place next week. That's Tuesday, December 2nd, 6 p.m. Eastern. We're going to determine the best holiday movie character of all time.
Ooh, okay. Like,
That's
what
a
does that
fun
entail? What does that entail? Like, can I pick Snoopy? Is Snoopy count?
Snoopy's on the bracket.
How about Scooby?
No.
Scooby was not on the bracket.
Scooby's
Scooby's
not in any kind of iconic Christmas movie or show.
Did you not see Scooby-Doo and the Abominable Snowman?
That's not iconic. I'm sorry.
Was that a Christmas one?
Run
Yeah,
that, run
dude,
that,
there's several
run
Christmas
that word
Scooby-Doos.
back for me.
Abominable? Abominable.
Great.
Abominable.
I'm gonna have to go watch that movie.
Hold on. I can do this. Abominable.
Oh.
Abominable.
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 I had to get I had to have my blunt face on. I had to get my serious face on. Okay, can we move on?
Please.
I'm out. Peace.
Peace.
Strangeness in the latest report. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Egregious lies, anonymously sourced. You gotta call Dirt Sheet Buster. Scoop, 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 scoop. No lies, no retraction. Scoop, 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 scoop. Per a source that's interesting to know.
All right, guys, it is time for my favorite segment of the week. Segment where Donald Wood goes away and everything just gets a little brighter, smells a little better, tastes a little better. It's Dirt Sheet Busters. It's me and BG and nobody to bring us down. I love it.
Wow. I totally disagree with a lot of what you said because we have Dirt Sheet Busters now. All these lies and rumors going around pro wrestling from fucking morons.
That's true. That is a negative for sure. But it's a lot better when you don't have somebody in your ear telling you you're an asshole or whatever Donnie does.
That's true.
So,
good point.
Yeah.
Good point. That's fair.
We're going to kick off with one here. Not saying it's us busting a dirt sheet per se, but we're going to make fun of a dirt sheet.
As we do.
Sean Sapp cries because he got worked by TNA.
Oh, yep. I remember this.
So for people that aren't familiar, TNA, Frankie Kazarian beats Mike Santana for the TNA World Championship. A lot of people were upset about this. George. When I heard the news, I was like, that's awesome because Frank Kazarian is fucking great. But whatever. And TNA, I guess they kind of like tried to run an angle out of this where it was like Santana was unhappy. They don't know if he's going to show up to the show or he's not showing up to, appearances, that type of deal.
Very odd angle to run, to be honest, with your top babyface.
Yeah. Well, see, I don't know the circumstances of the match. I didn't watch the match. Did he get screwed in some way? If that's the case, then okay, I could see it. If it was just like a clean finish, then no, it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
But still, he's like your top babyface. Alright, whatever.
But Sean Sapp tweets, the Santana thing is a work. Don't know how else to put it. TNA should have probably just posted that on their Twitter instead of feeding it to the media like it was real. That's a no-go for me. First time an official in any company has done that with us. And then he follows up. Never, at any point, at any time before this, has an official from WWE, AEW, New Japan, TNA, MLW, etc., ever sent me knowingly worked or false information that I found out to be so in order to advance an angle. I know a lot of people think it's common. It's not. Okay.
Really?
So, yeah, a couple things here.
I don't even buy that.
Me neither. Him saying TNA should have probably just posted that on their Twitter. Should have posted that this is a storyline. Like, why would they ever do that? Why would any company ever do that?
That's so stupid.
And then him going off about, like, them sending him false information. I've gone on record with this before. I forget who, I think we made fun of this before. It was, like, that Ibu guy, and he's like, if you work the boys, or if you work the fans, you're playing with fire. If you work the dirt sheets, oh, you're really in for it. But if you work the boys, oh, there's no coming back from that. Some bullshit like that about fucking Seth Rollins' injury. Yeah. I say work the dirt sheets as much as you possibly can. Because that's the entire point, is that these dirt sheets, they don't give a fuck about keeping your stuff under wraps. If they find out about some big surprise that you have coming, Sean Sapp will be the first one out there, putting it out there and ruining the surprise and ruining the moment for the fans. And then he likes to say, oh, I'm a reporter, that's why I'm doing it. It's like, okay, that's fine, and that's your prerogative. But don't cry then if you're given information that is part of a storyline and you fall for it being part of a storyline. This is the world that you're in. Yeah. So, maybe it should be on you to vet things a little bit better instead of crying about it. So that's the thing I understand. If I was a dirt sheet writer, and I would expect that sometimes I would get information that they're trying to put out there to either work me or to, try to put out whatever narrative they want to the fans, I would expect that. So that should just be expected. And I actually, whether the storyline is good or not, it doesn't sound like it's particularly good, but I actually applaud TNA for doing that, because don't we all think that wrestling was better when we didn't know what was going to happen, when the lines were blurred and we thought stuff might be real and we didn't know every single fucking thing that was going on? So I think for him to cry about that is kind of pathetic.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. You should be expecting that the companies are going to try to work if they don't want their plans to be leaked or get out or anything like that. So I don't understand this complaint. To your point, like, I was at Raw when it was at MSG. I didn't look at any news or rumors or anything heading into the show.
Right.
So I had no clue whatsoever that Dolph Ziggler was a possibility.
Yeah.
And no one around me knew either. And we were all stunned. It was fucking awesome. It was one of the best live moments I've had. Same with even when we were at WrestleMania with the Hardy Boys and New Day came out, and they kind of made it seem like it was going to be them. And then the Hardys came out, and even though there was a ton of speculations that we still had no idea 100% that was going to happen, and we were still shocked, even though all the rumors were okay, they're probably going to be there, but still, you didn't know.
Exactly.
That is the most fun in wrestling, when you don't know. So just watch as fan.
And the thing with Dolph Ziggler, I found out, I didn't know going in, his name had been mentioned a little bit as just speculation.
Of course, it was a possibility because of the whole TNA thing.
Zack Ryder.
Yeah, but I didn't know for sure because apparently there was a rumor going around before the show, but I didn't know that.
And that was the same thing with the Hardy Boys at WrestleMania. But there was, and I didn't see it, but there was a report, and I think it was from Fightful, about basically spoiling that Dolph Ziggler is going to be the guy. So if I'm TNA, if I'm WWE, if I'm any company, I'm not going to want to necessarily help that guy out if he's spoiling our shit. So
if anything, I want to send out false stuff.
I'm going to tell him Jimmy Wang Yang is going to be in the Rumble, buddy.
The Yeti.
The Yeti and Jimmy Wang Yang, surprise entrance. All right. This next one's from TC of WrestleVotes, of course.
Okay.
Good old TC. WWE is happy that a celebrity angle went viral and created buzz. Do you think that's true?
I definitely think this is true.
Yeah,
I'm going to assume this is about Cam Scatterbone.
Could be. The New York sports media has had a frenzy covering Cam Scatterboo's appearance on Monday Night Raw last night alongside fellow Giants rookies. Were there other Giants players there? I didn't even notice. They didn't even highlight that.
They were. They said New York Giants when they flashed it on the screen. I had no idea who anyone else was besides Cam.
It wasn't Jackson Dart. I think that would have been mentioned.
No.
It's been the number one topic discussed today on both ESPN New York and WFAN. WWE source I texted today said they were pleased with the angle. Yes, I do believe that if WWE does an angle and it gets them time on ESPN and they're a top topic of discussion in New York City of all places, I think they would be happy with that. So I think that exactly what they wanted to happen is what happened. So they're pleased with it.
Yep, good reporting.
Yep, not worth
not reporting, right?
If
everyone needs a bun,
if they were unhappy that all these great things happened and they got all this publicity, then you report it, and then I'm interested to know why they're unhappy.
See, Mike, this is the thing. Fightful and WrestleVotes, they have formed an alliance recently.
I saw that. I'm not a fan of that.
Right, but WrestleVotes is learning from Fightful, where it's just put out that they were happy that this segment went over well with fans and the media.
Dude, that's a great point, because WrestleVotes, not perfect, but over the years,
they've got some things.
They've largely been solid. They've actually put out real reports.
Yep.
This is right out of that fucking playbook where it's well, got nothing to say or report, but I gotta meet some kind of quota to make people think that I have information. So let me just say that they're happy that they got publicity. Thanks. Next one's from Fightful Select. Guess when MJF is returning to AEW? Guess when?
Sooner than later.
Oh, okay. That's the popular one among the sheets. According to Fightful Select, the former AEW World Champion is expected to return sooner than later.
Let's go.
Now that filming for Violent Night 2 is nearly complete,
Oh.
Sources close to the situation revealed that while a specific date hasn't been nailed down, MJF is factored into AEW's creative plans by December. His role and frequency of appearances, however, remain unclear for now. So, he will be back sooner than later. Don't know when. Don't know how much he'll be used. Don't know how he'll be used. Awesome
This is
report.
Classic. This is great reporting.
And by the way, I
believe
think
it.
we bring it up every time. What does sooner than later even mean?
Right. Sooner than before death.
Sooner than later.
It's one of the
5
worst
seconds
phrases
from now
ever.
is later. So,
Yeah.
if he doesn't return in the next 5 seconds, that's not sooner than later. Am I
It's
wrong?
one of my least favorite phrases in
It's
mankind history.
absolutely horrible. Makes no
Mhm.
sense. This next is from Wrestling Observer Radio and PW Insider. Drew McIntyre got suspended because he needed time off to film a movie.
Oh, wait a second.
See?
Okay, I was gonna say I feel like I've seen him on TV quite a bit.
Despite Dave Meltzer claiming on Wrestling Observer Radio that McIntyre was being written off television to film a movie, PW Insiders confirm that isn't true. According to the report, McIntyre's suspension is purely part of his ongoing storyline on SmackDown and has nothing to do with any outside projects. His absence is said to be a planned creative move designed to build tension and add more depth to his current feud. Great job on PW Insider here, because literally he was back on the show like a week later, maybe 2 weeks at most.
No, a week later.
Yeah, it was when he beat up fucking Cody.
Yep.
And he joins the War Games team for the
Yep.
heels.
Mhm.
So, not even enough time to go film a movie.
I honestly, I have no idea. I'm just like speculating. I wonder if there's even any filming going on around the holidays. Like we're heading into Thanksgiving. Like he would have been gone. Like they would have been filming a movie now. I don't know.
So, I know he's in some kind of like new Highlander movie, because I had to write about it a while
Okay.
back. I don't remember if it was known like when the filming was going to happen.
Mhm.
Maybe the filming already happened, to be honest. Like, so I have no clue. But obviously, Melt's very wrong in this one, because he missed literally no time.
0 time.
So good job.
0 fun, sir.
Next one's from Fightful Select. BG, how about that big Hangman victory at Full Gear? How about it?
Wait a second. I watched that show.
Did Hangman win or did Samoa Joe win?
The Samoa Jew.
Samoa Joe.
Hit the menorah.
By the way, that's not me calling Samoa Joe
No, it's
Jewish.
Justin
That's
Roberts.
Justin Roberts'
Yeah.
announcement of Samoa Joe.
They're very annoying.
It's horrible. He's horrible. Not Samoa Joe. He's awesome.
Yeah, Samoa Joe is
Justin
great.
Roberts.
I recall Samoa Joe winning, so I'm very confused by this report. Maybe it's that Hangman finally lost the title, and that's a victory for all of us?
Okay. Tonight at Full Gear, Hangman Page defends the AEW World Title against, according to this write-up, Samoa Joe.
Samoa
In
Joe?
a steel cage match. Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe.
Fightful reports that the Joe vs. Hangman feud is expected to continue in some capacity after tonight's event.
Yeah.
The report also notes that it was heavily implied that Hangman will likely retain the AEW World Title.
Wow, so is he going to cry about AEW officials?
Got
Or
worked!
leaks? Getting work.
Got fucking worked! You know, and I forgot to bring it up, and it was like kind of people were replying to Sean Sapp going off, and like, of course some people like agreed with him, but then there were people like, when you did that whole report about how MJF didn't show up for his signing and he left early from the pay-per-view and all that, he's, like, I don't remember you coming out and crying about AEW giving you false information.
Ooh.
Kind of interesting if you ask me.
Ooh, selective.
Selective
bitching.
outrage. Yeah. Interesting stuff. But yeah,
Selective tears.
Hangman did not win. He very much
No.
lost. And they gave up once again on his title reign, as he proved once again that he's not a fucking top guy.
Hey, Mike, it was only heavily implied that he would win.
I bet. Heavily implied, yeah. That's why he's not mad, because they didn't say it outright, they just heavily implied it.
That's an amazing new wrinkle to the dirt sheet game, though. Heavily implied. I like that. It's a good. Listen, they've been, Mel's been doing this like 40 years, Fightful Select a few years. You gotta switch it up every now and then. A new player in the game has to be able to throw a wrench into the system. Fightful Select, heavily implied. That's a good one. We're gonna have to
Need
put that
some
on the
new
radar.
lines.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. You ready for the coup de grace?
Double stomach.
It's from Wrestling Observer Live. Alv gets tricked by one of the oldest wrestling tropes in the book.
Oh, I don't even
Not
know
surprising,
because
because this guy doesn't know anything, pretty much.
Yeah,
But,
you know.
okay. On Wrestling Observer Live, Brian Alvarez revealed that AJ Lee is now expected to be the replacement for Charlotte Flair in this year's Women's War Games match at Survivor Series.
Well,
Charlotte turned down the spot, and WWE appears ready to slot AJ into the chaos instead. Alvarez broke down the internal lineup currently being discussed. Here's a quote. For the women, it's Rhea Ripley, Io Sky, Alexa Bliss, and not Charlotte Flair. So it's expected to be AJ Lee instead of her against Nia Jax, Lash Legend, Asuka, and Kairi Sane, and someone else as well. Still got people to add.
Wait, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
He's saying that AJ Lee is replacing Charlotte, but it would be a 5-on-5?
And they still got to add one more on each side after that. Yes, so here's the thing.
That's so stupid.
For people that don't know or they forgot, here's how it played out. You got Rhea and Io and Alexa all gung-ho to be on the War Games team because they got kind of like attacked by the heels. And then you think Charlotte's going to be part of it, and Charlotte's like, you know what, no, I have too much history with Rhea, I don't trust her, sorry Alexa, I can't do it, and she leaves. And then after this, so if you have half a fucking brain, have ever watched wrestling before,
Right.
you realize that Charlotte will, within the next week or two, come to her senses and actually help her friend Alexa Bliss and join the team, right?
Yeah, I thought it was very obvious it was going to be 4-on-4.
It was the most fucking obvious thing ever, because why would Charlotte Flair, who's been teaming with Alexa this entire time and is one of your biggest stars, not be in the War Games match? That would, and she's been feuding with the Kabuki Warriors, who's on the other team. Would never happen. Obviously, she's going to be on the team. Al sees this, though, he's like, you know what? I'm going to take this at face value. Charlotte is telling me the truth. She's not going to be in it. She's going to get replaced by AJ Lee, and then we're going to find some random fifth person to add to the team. And that's what they're going to do.
He must have thought, I mean, it's fucking dumb, but it's like, maybe he thought it was going to be like Maxine and Becky added. It's just so stupid, though, because it was so obvious what was happening. I thought it was just going to be a 4-on-4. I was more surprised that they even added a fifth person.
Well, I thought it would be a 5-on-5, but I certainly thought Charlotte would be part of the 5-on-5, or a 4-on-4, or however many you want to fucking have. Charlotte was always going to be in it.
Right.
And and then this guy will go and kind of, he's very condescending. He'll talk down to people and act like he's the greatest and he's holier than thou and he knows everything about wrestling because he fucking worked the Seattle Indies for a couple years and couldn't run the ropes. But then he gets tricked by something like this, and then he like kind of sort of tries to act like he's reporting this like he knows, which he doesn't. He's getting worked and then trying to report based off of that, and he just makes him look more and more stupid. So in many respects, he's almost as bad as Meltz, or maybe even worse in some ways, just because Meltz does obviously have some sources and he gets some stuff right. He's also wildly fucking wrong on stuff, and he's very hypocritical in a lot of ways. But Al has no sources and knows nothing and pretends to.
Yeah. I don't like how condescending you were to the Seattle indie scene, though.
My bad. I know it delivered Daniel Bryan. I don't think much else came from the Seattle indie scene, though. My bad. Ishii, how do we do? Ooh, War Games! Alright, BG. Dirt Sheet Buzzard in the books. You know what that means. This is a big one. Fantasy Standings Update Season 41. Okay?
I'm so upset.
We've been talking about this for months at this point, it feels like, and we're almost to the finish line. Survivor Series, War Games, that's the end of the season. Whatever happens on that show, that's it. And then a new champion, or potentially a repeat champion, will be crowned.
That's not happening.
No? Okay.
No.
Well, let's see. All right.
No chance. I have no chance.
Last place, 10th, with negative 72.5, Donald Wood.
Oh, he gained some points, though.
He did
He gained
some
like
points.
15 points. Good for him.
Yeah.
I mean, I hate him, but good for him.
Still an absolute fucking loser who's in last by so much.
That's insane.
In ninth with negative 12 point. Well, he does have LA Knight. LA Knight could lose between now and then, but we'll see.
Hopefully.
In ninth with negative 12.5, Austin Red. So, not good, but 60 points better than Donald Wood.
That's insane.
Yep. In eighth with 30, Reggie Gill. So, Reggie a whole 102.5 better than Donald Wood. He's down in eighth place.
That's crazy.
In seventh with 37.5, George Cruz.
Deserves it.
He should be near Donnie, I think.
Yeah.
Two besties. In sixth with 40, Big Money Mike.
Wow. Is this like your worst score ever to finish?
I don't know. No, I don't know. It's not. I've just been so like, I'll gain like 20 and then lose it right back, and I'm just like, I can't sustain any momentum this season. I don't know what it is. And then I end up having like Blake Monroe and Sol Ruka face each other, so I get nothing.
Yeah.
Whatever. You know what?
When I
building for
tried
next
that
season.
strategy, I got destroyed.
I'm building for next season.
Mm-hmm.
Tie for fourth, 72.5. Everson Godfrey and Skeeter. Podcast buddies.
Okay.
They built a brand line are back, and they're tied. 72.5.
Wow.
Yep.
Fucked up.
I know. In third with 90, Mongo.
90's a lot of points.
Drafted just based on women he really likes.
Yeah, that's one way.
In
to
a
put
more
it.
respectable way than George Cruz drafts, though.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why he's higher up. That's why he's got 90. In second with 115, BG.
Damn, Mike. You know what? That's a high score, though.
And in first with 137.5,
Holy shit.
Jim Del Chapo. The man who,
Oh my god, dude.
memory, showed up after the draft was over because he didn't want to be on time. And he's just like, here's 5 people that I'm going to draft who weren't drafted. And that was his team.
Wow, that's fucking nuts.
Sami
Billy Dragunov
Zayn.
has 70 points. Holy shit.
Sami Zayn carried him with the U.S. Open Challenge.
Yeah.
He also happened to draft Ilya Dragunov, who was injured at the time. Dragunov comes back, beats Sammy for the title, and now Dragunov is continuing the U.S. Open Challenge. His points are based entirely off the fucking U.S. Open Challenge.
Yeah, that's unbelievable.
How could
Dude.
somebody be so lucky with their picks like that?
I think he had an in on it, to be honest. I think
Well,
he
I'll
had
tell
some
you what
type
he
of
doesn't
sort,
have
but
an
that's
in on.
fucking bullshit.
He doesn't have an in on the NFL because he's 2-10 in fantasy football.
Yeah, well, he traded his NFL fantasy knowledge for WWE fantasy knowledge.
he
so
talked
that's
all that
fucking
trash about
crazy.
Harold Fannin just to be 2-10.
Man, that fucking sucks.
So yeah, I don't know. It's coming down to you don't think you got the horses to be able to make up
No,
the
it's
ground?
not possible. Obafemi just never wrestled the entire... Dude, since fucking SummerSlam we did this. He never wrestled, like, once, basically.
No.
So did Penta lose points on Monday?
Because he lost the match.
He lost? They ruled the loss? Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah, and I'm convinced that John Cena's going to lose to Dom.
I don't think so. So
I mean, that'd be amazing, but I can't...
I think you get the 15 there. That brings you to 130. You got anything else you can get?
I have Stephanie. She's definitely going to win.
Oh, okay.
At
Well,
worst,
yeah.
she gets a DQ, right? So, like a DQ
Well, then
win.
you
I
might
would
win.
assume.
You might win then.
I don't know. Dragunov will probably have an open challenge. Sammy faces Solo and
Solo
Tama
cancel out.
Tonga, though.
Oh.
So he can
Okay.
get an extra 5 point, right? 5 points from a tag team match on SmackDown.
Yeah, so if the MFTs win, he'd get 5. If Dragunov wins, that's 10, so he'd get another 15.
Yep.
To bring him to 152.5. And you could get to 145.
That's such bullshit.
I don't know, man.
That's
We'll see.
crazy. Penta, fuck me.
With his bum shoulder, man.
Yep.
Sorry, BG.
Do you think he would have won?
I thought he was going to win.
Me too.
Take this as a huge grain of salt. Meltz and Al were claiming that Solo was always supposed to win. That to me doesn't make much sense because, like, doesn't Penta versus Gunther make more sense as a match than
Right, why would
Gunther
it be
versus
Solo and Gunther? So
I
that's the
understand
thing,
it's a
Mike.
tournament and, like, oh, anything can happen, but they're generally not trying to book heel versus heel in a fucking tournament.
Right. So that's the thing, Mike. if Penta won, that's an additional 10 for me. That's minus 10 for Jim.
Yeah.
It's totally
Yeah, that was a huge fucking swing.
That's crazy.
I know.
Fuck fantasy in all shapes and forms this season. Basketball, fucking WWE, football especially. Fuck it all. I'm so done with that.
No, we're doing good football. Kind of.
No, I just lost.
Well, we'll see how it goes. All right, BG, it's time for emails. See, get happy. We had fantasy standings.
I love emails, man.
Made you
We should
sad.
do an episode of just you and I doing emails.
I would love that, to be honest with you. We've done all emails episode before, but with Donnie included, so he kind of brought it down.
Sucks.
But if it was just us, it'd be awesome episode.
Fucking great.
All right, guys. Send us an email. ringrustradio@gmail.com. Also go to patreon.com/ringrustradio. If you contribute to the email tier or higher, we have to read at least one of your emails every single month. The first one's from Dante fucking Kane Yeager. Subject: the young and upcoming CM bitch.
Yikes.
Is this from Donald Wood?
This is insane. I almost replied to your email sending this to us of like, what the fuck?
It's a very long email. I will read it, and then we'll discuss.
Okay.
Hope all is well, Rusters. CM bitch is nostalgia's gift to the hypocritical WWE fans around the world. I guess I'm hypocritical. The best in the world bullshit. CM Punk's return isn't elevating shit in WWE. It's about his and WWE's ego colliding with each other. His passion is just arrogance, and his voice is Miley Cyrus's wrecking ball to any locker room. Wow.
I don't get it. It's a good song.
I think he's actually been great for the WWE locker room, though, by all accounts.
Yeah.
We have actual
Everyone says
wrestlers like Jey Uso, Sami Zayn, Chad Gable, LA Knight, who earn their spots through loyalty and effort. Handing Punk the belt just crowns ego. Besides his name, why does he deserve it more than someone like LA Knight? It just screams that walking out pays better than showing up. The best in the world phrase used to be the voice of the voiceless back then, but it ended up being him actually thinking that of himself. Which, by the way, sweethearts, he isn't. Oh, wow.
Oh, okay.
Are we sweethearts?
I think
He
I'm a
walked
sweetheart.
out of WWE in 2014 over feeling that he deserved more than what he already had, which, by the way, is more than a lot of wrestlers ever get in their entire careers, and handled it worse than a toddler throwing a tantrum would have, and then after all the years of bashing the company that made him who he is, gets to AEW. He then gets fired from that shithole company. All right, I'm back on board. After backstage brawls that he started. Well, I don't agree with that. He never Tony Khan started it through inaction, I would say. He never adapts. He just fuels his narcissism. A champion inspires, and Punk's ego fuels the idiot wrestling fans whose obvious hypocritical point of views on him shine brighter than the star that guided the three wise men to Jesus. Okay.
Wow. Oh my God.
On top of that, the disrespecting of the roster who carried the load for years for the sake of short-term noise is a joke. He isn't the future of the business, by the way. I couldn't make it to SmackDown due to a Halloween party on Friday. This is from a couple weeks ago, if you can't tell. But thought about going to Saturday night's main event in Salt Lake City. But once I saw the final card, I knew Cody, another overrated guy, and CM bitch were going over. I decided to not even go. I could have handled Cody winning, but knowing CM was going to go over too, that was a nail in the coffin for me not attending. Sorry for the long email, but y'all have to read it. P.S. Fuck CM bitch.
Yikes, dude.
Dante.
This is wild.
I
disagree with so much of this.
Yeah, here's the thing. Here's the thing with WWE, with wrestling in general. If you are the most over, if you are the most popular, if you have the best connection with the audience, if you make the company the most money, every time, you're going to be the top guy, you're going to get the belt. You're going to be the face of the company. And I think the WrestleMania commercial with him, with Cody, with Roman, with Brock, that tells you who WWE views as the top guys right now.
Absolutely.
And there's no question that Punk's in that. I think anybody has a right, if they want to disagree with how Punk left the company, how Punk talked about WWE and talked about wrestling in general, how Punk might have carried himself in the past. If you have a problem with that, totally understandable. But I don't think we can ignore it. Like, he had his issues in AEW. Again, I don't think a lot of that was on him. But he leaves and he comes to WWE and everybody's like just, ticking time bomb, waiting for it. When's it going to happen? When's it going to explode? Hasn't happened. Hasn't come close to happening. Seems like he's happier than ever. Seems like a model employee, and everybody loves the fucking guy at this point. Every account is he is a different person than he once was. And you know, I think, are we not for second chances, or are we not for like giving somebody the opportunity to change and show that they can be different, especially when it's somebody who's as popular, who's as talented as CM Punk is. I've always been a Punk fan. Yeah, I didn't like the way he talked shit about wrestling when he left. I even rooted against him when he was in UFC. But I've still always been a fan of CM Punk the wrestler. I was a fan of CM Punk the wrestler in AEW and thought he was the best thing there when he was there. And then when he left, you know what? Pretty happy, because I was like, maybe it can finally happen. Maybe he can go back to WWE, and maybe he can take care of that unfinished business. And he has done that, and he's been fucking awesome. Rusty's will be coming up pretty soon. Haven't done too much thinking on it, but you asked me on the spot who I think probably is wrestler of the year. It's probably CM Punk, because he has consistently some of the best matches, cuts the best promos, is the most compelling wrestler probably in the business, and that's why he's in this position. So, you know, you don't have to like him, but the reality is that he's the most popular and he's the most over, and that's why he's champion. Do I think LA Knight should be? Absolutely. I think LA Knight should be champion. I think he should have been champion at some point. I still hope he is champion at some point. Jey Uso, he's been champion. They've given him that opportunity. Sami Zayn, I truly believe that they're building him up to that opportunity. I hope he gets it eventually. Chad Gable, he's hurt, but he's awesome as well. I'm not talking shit on any of those guys. I think they're all great. CM Punk is the guy that the fans have chosen, and that's why he's in the spot.
Well said, Mike. CM Punk easily in the running for Wrestler of the Year. So I don't see how anyone could not see that, to be honest. He's consistently had some of the best promos, and his matches always deliver. You know, the Jey Uso match at Saturday Night's Main Event, notwithstanding, there's a couple of botches in there, but like it was still like a fine match. It's not like it was.
Meltz loved it.
It's not like they just bombed it, right? So, I also feel like, you know, he comes back to WWE, and very soon after he gets hurt, and then he works his way back, and he's now back, and he's been healthy, and he's cutting great promos. He's having great matches. He is putting people, like, I think there's something to that also, of just the redemption of being able to come back from injury. Cody did it as well, and I respect that a ton. I just disagree with so much of what's in here. Like, I don't understand the hatred of CM Punk. Like you said, by all accounts of people who are actually in the company talking about him, of saying, expect him to be a dickhead, and he hasn't been. He's helping Dom. Grayson Waller had an interview a few weeks ago where he was like, I want to like poke the bear. I'm like, this isn't the CM Punk that I thought I was going to get. Where is he? What's this guy? And it's because whether he's changed or he's putting on a face, it doesn't really matter. You're at work, right? So like, you should be putting on your best face when you're at work. I mean, this guy has gone to Saudi Arabia. He's basically seems like he's made up with John Cena. They seem to be buddy. The Miz. Like, there's so many people that he's had words about or crossed paths with that it all seems non-existent. I mean, I was at the MSG show, Mike, and afterwards, when the cameras were off, it was CM Punk, Cody, and Jey Uso in the middle of the ring. Cody gets on the mic, you know, thanks, you know, the fans for being there, and very quickly CM Punk gets in and goes, thank the fans. Thank you, John Cena, for the house. Today is John Cena's last day at MSG. This is his moment. We're going to go out with his theme music, not any of ours. And it was a total celebration for John Cena, where fucking 14 years ago, you think CM Punk would have done that? Probably
he
not.
He would have been jealous. But
right.
Here's the thing, like, every wrestler, and really anybody in sports or entertainment or whatever to be successful, they have to have an ego to some degree. And sure, CM Punk still has an ego, but it's not what it was.
I mean,
that's just not what it was. He's a lot more. He just comes across a lot more humble than he was, and you know. And again, this is what you're seeing. This is what your eyes are telling you. This is what everybody else is telling you. You got to take that at face value, I think.
And he did an interview last week because they had the whole media tour around being in New York, and so he had an interview I was listening to or I read it. Things are different in the company, right? How you get paid is different. It's not based on certain parameters of being in the main event, being at the top. So he says, like, I get a salary. Wherever
you're
tell me to
guaranteed
go
money
and
at this
work,
point.
right, that's what I'll do. So whether I'm in the main event or I'm in the opening, it doesn't fucking matter. I still get that same pay. So now things are different.
Right.
And as he said, there's pros and cons to that. But as far as his mentality of needing to be in the main event, and as far as I'm concerned, he should be in the main events, or many of the main events. He should be a champion. He should be the champion. He deserves that. I mean, he is one of the best ever. And I have always been a believer of, to solidify people as being among the best ever, they do need to win. They do need to win championships. So when everyone was complaining about John Cena, it's like, well, that's the guy Vince wants to be as one of the best ever. And to do that, you have to win. You have to be the Yankees to be the best ever. You have to win the championships. And in a predetermined show, you need certain guys. And like you said, Mike, CM Punk has always, since I've been following the indie scene in 2002 of Ring of Honor, learning about CM Punk, it was, this guy has a connection with the fans that is just unique. It's always been that way. And it will always be that way. So Jeff Hardy, Jey Uso is becoming into that, where it's just, for some reason, whatever it is, you have a connection with the audience. CM Punk has always had that. So whether you like him or not, perfectly fine to not like him. There's many people I don't like. I'm not a fan of Cody Rhodes, the wrestler, but I understand the connection. I understand he does a lot of good things, right?
Exactly.
So, I don't know. I just disagree with so many of these things. And I mean, to say CM bitch, what has he been bitching about?
Nothing. Not since he came to WWE.
Right. Not since he came back. And he even said that when he came back, he has a conversation with Triple H about coming back, and Triple H says to him, if we're the same people we were 10 years ago, we got a fucking problem.
Mm-hmm.
And CM Punk, now 10 plus years later, married, has his dog, seems to be going great, he's getting paid, he's main evented WrestleMania. I mean, he's champion now, so there's a lot of things going right. And
We all mature. We all mature.
Like you said, some people deserve second chances. Not everyone does, in my opinion. Some people do.
Depends on what you did. And what
Absolutely.
he did, I don't think is bad enough to not deserve a second chance.
I agree. Fucking wild ass email, Dante. Next email comes from Alexander Rusev Contreras. Subject is first time. Hey yo.
Hey yo.
We've heard y'all talk about when you started to like wrestling, but what I wanted to know is, when did you start to like sports in general? Did that lead y'all becoming sports journalists? I didn't like sports as a kid, only wrestling. I didn't start liking football or baseball until I was in high school. Had very little family that actually liked sports. The ones that did like sports, I wouldn't see very often. Thanks for my email, Alexander Rusev Contreras. P.S. Ring Rose. So, Mike, growing up, I would say my first sport that I was playing was baseball, but
Same.
my first real love of sports was basketball. We grew up in the Michael Jordan era. We grew up in such a great time, the rivalry between like the Knicks and the Bulls and the Pacers, Reggie Miller, Michael Jordan, John Starks, Patrick Ewing, Shaq, Gary Payton. Like, there was so many people. NBA Jam was huge for us growing up. NBA Hang Time on like N64. There were so many basketball games, and then you play Blitz and NHL Hit. So video games were very important to us as well. But playing sports was, since I was growing up, baseball. We would play fucking street hockey. We did everything. You would play basketball, football, frisbee, got like everything. We would just be playing outside, right? So sports was always kind of like ingrained. Like I've always said, I had watched wrestling, never really got into wrestling. My friends were in it. I wasn't really in it. Then WrestleMania 2000 comes out, so now I'm into wrestling also. And what really got me into being more of like following sports as opposed to just being like casual, like, okay, I'm gonna watch the NBA and watch like baseball every now and then or football every now and then, to being like a die-hard sports fan was fantasy football especially, and then fantasy sports. I got into fantasy football in 2003, so this is also when they totally changed up Madden with Madden 04 with the franchise mode. Michael Vick was on the cover. This was huge for my entire friend group. We would play Madden, like every day we go after school play Madden. Fantasy football, though, just became completely...
Oh, none of them.
Oh, brother.
I don't know
Why
what
are
the hell
you
that
here?
even was. But yeah,
All your
completely
friends, all
just
none of
ingrained.
them.
Awesome. Thank you. How's your haircut going?
I look great, dude.
Pedo
Yeah,
over
you really
here.
don't. So yeah, my fantasy football especially got me really ingrained. Then now I'm watching like PTI and everything. I was like, okay, this is what I want to do with my life and be a sports journalist.
Yeah, I'm with you. So my uncle and my dad were sports fans from the time they were kids to still are today, huge sports fans. So like, I was always
my
gonna
dad
be a
too.
sports fan because games and they were always on when I was a kid. Like the first like sporting event I can really remember watching pretty vividly was like '95 Super Bowl, which would have been Steelers and Cowboys, and I was born in '89, so that's pretty much like, you know. And then I remember like the following year Super Bowl, like Packers, Patriots, and then the one I really got into was Broncos and Packers because
Yes, me
my
too.
grandfather was a John Elway fan, so then I became a John Elway fan, and I was rooting for the Broncos. My dad liked Favre, and he was rooting for the Packers, so we were kind of like going against each other there. And Elway finally gets the Super Bowl, and it was an awesome moment. But that's kind of, it's so easy to remember, like from the Super Bowls, like how invested I was into it. So probably, you know, when I was 7, 8 years old was when I really started getting into sports, and I'm 100% with you on like fantasy, because I started playing in 2000. That was my first ever fantasy football league, and first ever draft pick was Peyton Manning, which is a pretty good one in retrospect.
Mine was also.
And yeah, I've been obsessed. I've never not played fantasy football a year in my life since then. I play every other fantasy sport as well. And yes, video games are a big part of it too. Like when I was, I can get pretty close, but when I was a kid, I could name every fucking player in the league basically because we were playing Madden and doing franchise mode. So all that stuff definitely contributed to me being a sports fan, and I've just been obsessed with it the vast majority of my life. Wrestling, same thing, but like even I stopped watching wrestling probably like some point in 2002, 2003, and didn't watch again until like 2009, 2010. During that time, sports totally took over like I was still obsessed with sports, and ever since I was wrestling was my first love above like sports because I started watching when I was like 5 years old. Sports came a little bit after that, but I've never stopped watching sports since I started, and I'll always be a sports fan until the end. And yes, that's why like probably the first thing I ever wanted to be when I was a kid was like a wrestler, but then like you get older and you become more realistic, and
You see your body in the mirror and you're like, that ain't happening.
and I wanted to do something involved with sports, and went to school for journalism and become a sports writer.
That's really cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. You want to read your fucking email? You
Hold on real quick. What's the question? I want to answer the question you just answered. What was the question?
When did you become a sports fan, and did that kind of lead to you wanting to be a sports journalist?
Sports fan, you know, I think I've echoed a lot of what you probably just said. Never had a chance to be anything but a sports fan. It's always on. Every fucking gathering is based around some sort of televised sporting event in some form or fashion, right? So, you know, true. You're just raised on it. It's all the time. My dad loved the fucking Flyers. I never had a chance at anything like anything else, you know what I mean? And I'll tell you what, one time I was like, man, that Jerry Rice guy, really good, really, really good. He's like, he's a fucking 49er. We don't like the other team, right? So I was like, okay, that's why I learned you can't like other teams. And one time I got hand-me-downs in the same hand-me-down bag, FUBU pants and a 22 Emmitt Smith Dallas Cowboys jersey. My father took that shit. He said, if I ever see you fucking wear this again, I'll beat your ass. So he let me know then. But no, I wanted to be a mechanic and fix cars. So I went to Svotech for fixing cars, and I fixed cars until I realized I hated it. I hate people and I hate cars and I hate fucking working on them and shit like that. It was pretty rough to realize that your dream sucked. So I was like, I'm going to go back to community college, smoked weed out front. Dude was like, I'm going for sports journalism. Blam. Then I'm covering the Flyers. Blam. I'm fucking at Bleacher Report. And now I work in travel. So life kind of just takes you where it wants to take you. You know what I mean?
You figured out you didn't really know what you were talking about.
You're still right. You're still right.
Now I don't even really write anymore. Now I'm an editor. Dude, brother, I have taken so many twists and turns. This fucking road, you can't predict the road you're on, but I'd never trade it for $1 million.
I would absolutely trade my road for $1 million. What are you talking about?
$300,000 I leave right now.
Blow up the fucking road and give me my $1 million.
I'm dancing away like I'm the Wizard of Oz girl. What's her name?
Dorothy?
Dorothy. That's the one. Go ahead, read my email. I can't.
Oh, yeah, all right. This from Kenny Andre the Johnson. Subject, WWE's age problem? Hey, boys, hard to believe it's been since, like, February when I sent my last email. But I'm back!
Yeah, Eric Bischoff's awesome. Not anymore, though.
Yes, he is. This email might be a bit long, but I think it's worth it for the discussion that it brings. Does WWE have an age problem in their main event scene? This only pertains to the men's division on the main roster, as there are plenty of 20-somethings on the women's side, and NXT is in good shape, too. Talking like George Cruz, 20-something women over here.
Hold on, dude. Easy. Truth, though. True.
I saw a post online that showed the average age for the top 10 main event WWF names in 2000, which was 32.3 years old. Compare that to today's top 10 names, the average is 41.5.
Wow.
I also heard a claim that no world champion WWE has been born after 1990. I did my own research when I heard that, and I can confirm that no main roster world champion has actually been born after 1987.
Oh, great year. Great year for births.
Great year for births.
I like 89 myself. For context, as much as I don't want to go there, AEW's had 3 world champions born after 87, Swerve Strickland, Adam Page, and MJF, with the latter 2 being born in the 90s. What do you guys think about all this? I know WWE hasn't had issues with pushing younger talent before, but it feels like it's been a long time. Looking forward to the discussion, or banter if Donnie is there. Ring Rose!
Yeah, I don't understand the slight, but I'll assume it's negative, so eat shit. I'll go first real quick because it's just my gut instinct. I did not read this ahead of time.
Right.
I believe that WWE has a clearer hierarchy in terms of paying dues, in terms of earning respect and shit like that. I'll tell you right now, if a 27-year-old superstar becomes an overnight phenomena, they're going to push him. They're going to do the Dom Mysterio thing, right? They're going to give him a secondary title. They're going to let him earn his stripes, make the money, but from that secondary tier. I think putting the title on Cody Rhodes is pretty much the closest they're going to get to really capitalizing on, like, something new and fresh and different. For the most part, they're going to go to the tried and the true and the stuff that they know works, especially when it comes to the mainstream marketing. I think AEW doesn't have to worry about that as much. They're not a global entity the way that WWE is. So WWE needs, when you have a world champion, he is the face of everything. And Seth Rollins is like newish, and he's been a face of the company a bunch. And like Roman's not young, but he's also not old. Like I understand 42, but I think when you look
40 is now what 30 was back in the day.
I mean, honestly, it's like 20 like it used to. Dude, I see people in their 50s who look amazing.
So much more. They have so much less wear and tear.
Look at Dick Murdoch. Look at dirty Dick Murdoch.
Dick Murdoch looked like he was 70 and he was 35.
Yeah, everybody in the 70s looked old as fuck. And they were like 24 years old and shit like that. You know what I mean?
That's kind of why I don't think it's an issue, because these guys, with the way they take care of their bodies and what their schedules are, they can continue to work at a high level up to 50 and maybe even a little bit beyond.
But he's not saying that. He's asking why, I thought.
I know. And here's the way I look at it. I think it's an overstated issue. And part of it is because of what I just said, because 40 is not that old in wrestling years anymore. And yes, WWE,
or in life,
as you kind of alluded to, WWE, they're going to put the titles on the top guys who are the established top guys who they know they're going to make money with, who they know are popular. BG, we were just talking about a couple of emails ago about CM Punk. The reason he has it is because he's over, connection with the fans, he makes money. That's why he's in that spot. Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, whoever you want to say. So they're going to go to that. But, you know, does anybody think that Braun Breaker isn't going to be world champion in the near future? I mean, I think that...
How old's Gunther?
I think Gunther's like 40, but that's a point I was going to get to, too. Yeah, Gunther won the... Okay, Gunther wins the title, and he's in his late 30s.
Yeah, 87, baby.
But Gunther's like a newer guy to WWE. When Damian Priest won the title, he was like damn near 40, but he's a newer guy to WWE. So just because they're not 30 or less doesn't mean that you're not pushing newer talent and putting them in spots that they haven't been in before. I think that I think it's simple-minded to just be like, oh, just because the person's not 30 or less, like, they're not pushing new talent.
I think he's talking more about, like, homegrown guys getting their Randy Orton style.
Well, Braun Breaker's going to be that guy, and we talked about before, like sometimes WWE could pull the trigger a little earlier. Like you could have put the title on Braun Breaker right after Seth was put out, but maybe he's going to win the Rumble.
How old's Obafemi?
He's got to be not 30 yet, I don't think.
I don't think he's 30 yet.
Like I said, Ricky
he's
Saints.
27.
Like they have a lot of guys who are
I
earning
think
their
Ricky
stripes.
Saints is kind of old.
He's like
but
35 years old. Ricky Saints is 35.
I thought you said he's 75 years old. I was
But
like, he
Braun
looks
Breaker's
good.
Braun Breaker's going to be in that spot very soon. Obafemi's going to be in that spot very soon. So I think that, AEW,
Braun
yes,
Breaker's 28.
AEW, they put the title on Swerve and Hangman and MJF. Hangman twice, they said, this ain't working, so we're going to take it off him. We're going to put it on a 50-year-old guy. Their first ever champion was a 50-year-old guy. Moxley's older. Samoa Joe's older. Like, they also put it on old guys, too. So, just because WWE hasn't had that.
The old guys are
that's a
established
certain
stars.
age,
I was
don't
just
think it
about
really
to say
matters.
that, Donnie.
Yeah,
is
they're
that these
established
guys have built up their credibility, they built up equity with the fans, and so if you're WWE and you've invested in a Seth Rollins, in Roman Reigns, in someone like Cody Rhodes since he came back, it's like you want to capitalize on that investment of this connection that they have with the audience. Yeah, Jey Uso is older, but he's also newer to the scene, but he's been there for over a decade connecting with the audience.
How long has he been a singles guy? Not long.
Right. Not long,
I think
but
it's more the context is very important.
Brock Lesnar is a mainstream name. Cody Rhodes is becoming that. Seth Rollins is on NFL Network. Cody Rhodes all over ESPN. So these are the guys. And, like you said, Mike, there's a trust factor involved with that. I think you all said it as well, Donnie, of like, these are guys that you can rely on that are going to go, like a Miz, right? The Miz has been around forever.
Now we lost it. Now we lost the
what I'm saying is of guys that you can go and send out to a media tour and be like, okay, they're not going to fucking make
he can talk for sure. Get him in the ring, though. He's mid as fuck.
Sure. My point
is,
thank
you. He confirmed it.
For guys that you are going to put towards the top, you want to make sure you can depend on them.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
They're not going to embarrass you on the road. They're not going to get all Scott Hall on you.
AEW, when they first started, like you said, Mike, Chris Jericho is the guy. Well, he's been around. He's a name. And it doesn't matter how old you are a name. People are going to want to see you and interact with you, and we know that we can depend on you. And so I think that's more importantly of what this is all about. And WWE, listen, there were times where you can have a show main evented by like Sami Zayn, and no one's going to blink an eye because he's over with the audience. Just because he's not the world champion doesn't mean these people aren't over and connecting with the fans. There's only so many spots. That's the bottom line, right? And so there's only so many main event positions. There's only so many championships, and you're going to go to your tried and true. And then every now and then you will have someone sprinkle in. Listen, Jey Uso, if you saw us 5 years ago that Jey Uso would be main event Jey Uso as a world champion, we probably would have laughed in your face. So they definitely do it.
Okay. All right. Did we answer the question properly? Are we good now? Kenny Johnson.
I don't understand the whole, because it's been a narrative. And even when Samoa
you know
Joe,
why it's a narrative and where the narrative comes from?
Here we go.
Well, I was just about
I'm
to
going
say
to blame AEW.
It comes from AEW fans because that's like one thing they have.
It's
like
always been
this
way,
a little
dude.
bit younger got the title, so they have to use it as a slight against WWE.
Right, but I was just about to say that Samoa Joe just won the championship from Hangman, and to me, I don't have an issue with that. Like Samoa
because
Joe
Adam
established
Page's
he's
fucking
one of
run with the
best.
title fucking sucked, and Tony Khan admitted it.
I mean, I agree with that.
Yeah.
But my point is that they didn't have to go to Samoa Joe. They could have went to someone else. But Samoa Joe being champion to me is like, I don't blink an eye at that. That's Samoa Joe. That's one of the best in the world. Why would I take an
That's
issue
that
with one
Twisted
of the
Metal
best?
money coming through, baby.
That's Samoa Joe.
Samoa Joe. Like, if you're putting some of the best in the world as your world champion, why would I complain about that? It doesn't make any sense. So just because it's not someone who's 24 years old, that doesn't, I don't agree with it.
Some people like him young, pal. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Sure.
George Cruz says somewhere perked eared, like, yep, you know it, boy. But he spells boy with an I. I know it.
Wow.
Is that it? We done?
That.
Sam!
Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah, happy Thanksgiving. Don't
Play the
drink and
Thanksgiving
drive.
Play the
song.
song.
Nah.
It's not a copyright.
Is that
infringement
true?
issue, it's just people talking.
No, I'm just lazy, though.
Just do it.
Is the beginning copyrighted? We'll find
Nah,
out.
it's good.
We don't make any money off YouTube anyway. Suck it!